Still to my brother, what's happening?
Hey, fantasy, it's session. We talking touchdowns, receptions, interceptions. They got a ban the kicker, we need that correction. Swap them out, we flexing. How many of y'all you collect? We trying to get that winning record. Fantasy, it's session. It's session.
Oh shit. Yeah.
What up, though? Oh, that boy Jabbar is not saying anything.
Oh damn. Anyway, whatever Javar wanted to say, I'm gonna say it. Damn, we can't even go back.
We made it, fellas.
Bro, it's 100 episodes.
Yeah.
Episode.
Can you hear me now?
Let's do it again. All
right, ready. Yeah.
What up, though?
And we back.
What it is, hope it's what it should be. Welcome to the 100th episode of Fantasy in Session, the podcast. Today is October the 8th, and the boys is here for the 100th time. Well, probably like 97 for like Jabbar. Well, Jabbar probably like 95.
We're here as a goddamn group, bro.
Facts. Hey man, appreciate everybody for coming through. Shout out Jamaica. Hey, thank you.
Appreciate that.
Let me see. First, we gotta. If you watching this, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like. Make sure you comment. Leave a review. Tell a friend to tell a friend. I'm a little sick, bro. So I just took some medicine. It real bad. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to fight the power that be.
Hey, bro.
But anyway, man, make sure we give a special shout out to all the fallen kings and queens out there. Shout out to the Black Lives Matter Session Takeover Tournament that everybody came out and supported. Yeah, we want to give out a special 8-second moment of silence. That's what we do every episode. If y'all ain't know it, now you know. And we back. Hey, how y'all feel, bro? It's the 100th episode, Los. How you feel?
Feel great, bro. This shit's crazy, bro. Like it's wild, bro. See, like yesterday we fucking was still texting each other and shit. Like, all right, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, bro. And bro, 100 episodes later, bro. Goddamn, time flies, bro.
Time flies.
It's crazy,
Could have
bro.
been two other people I would have wanted to did it with, bro. So
that's a fact.
With y'all boys, man.
For sure, bro. Next stop, episode 1000.
You did.
For sure. Javar gonna have his doctorate by episode 1000. That's gonna be crazy. I already showed that.
Way before that, I hope so.
Sticker high as fuck. Both.
Probably right.
See y'all both.
We want to give a special shout out to everybody that been supporting us. Shout out to everybody that been watching us and listening to us on the show. You know what I'm saying? We're new to the YouTube space, but shout out to everybody that been listening to us for these two and a half. Is it been 2.5, 3 years?
About 2.5. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, something like that. But anyway, man, enough of all that. Let's get into why people are here, man. Thursday night football happened. Russell Wilson broke his finger. He missed 6 to 8 weeks.
Gross.
Yes.
Oh my God, dog! The fact that he tried to tape that shit back up and went out there and play, it's crazy.
Exactly, bro. We talked about that. We talked about that.
In fact, he was just like, "Hey, bro. Hey, coach. Hey, bro. Hey."
He was just moving.
Right, I'm back in the game, right? Just like looking at it, like, "Nah, bro. You need to go sit down for a second, my boy." He's like, "No. Let's run the next play. Just pop it back in."
I told y'all what happened when I dislocated my pinky. How long I was out for.
Yeah, you said you was out for like a year or something.
Bro, something like that, bro. It was wild, bro. But yeah, that sucks, man. They say he's gonna be out like 6 to 8 weeks, man.
Yeah. So do you think that Geno coming in was like a like he came in, he looked fire last night or whatever? You think it was just like a flash in the pan, or you think Geno is the guy?
Well, I mean,
I think how long did they say it been since Geno paid? It was like something crazy, like 3 years.
Since he led like
I think.
Mm-hmm.
I know they said
it's been a little minute. I mean, I just hope he's good enough. I'm not really expecting much from him fantasy-wise, but I just hope he's good enough that he doesn't sink the value of Metcalf and Lockett out there, bro, because those are valuable pieces, man. But we're gonna have to see, bro. They're gonna have film on them now, so you know how it is in them backup quarterbacks. It seems like they do a little better once teams ain't ready for them, bro. So they're gonna be ready for them next week. So we'll see.
Especially if Chris Carson not back too.
Exactly.
How you feel about Alex Collins?
Hard, bro. He did what I expected him to do, bro. I had him ranked as like a low-end RB2 going into yesterday, bro. And, I mean, he got about 18 opportunities. A lot of it was garbage time, but, garbage time still counts. So I'll take it, bro. He just was missing a touchdown, but low-end RB2, that's what you're expecting. Yeah.
He looked all right. He missed a couple holes. He kept trying to run up the middle when it was like a chance they could have bounced it and got more yards. He still just ran into the back of the guard. So if he get a couple more weeks and he just get a little bit more comfortable, maybe he can go back to that guy we saw in Baltimore, where he looked a lot better. But he's even the case, he still looked decent. There was nowhere to run
for Baltimore.
Aaron Donald, so there was nowhere to run the ball.
Yep. I think you played with him before you got to the.
Yeah, he got in some trouble. He was out there with Baltimore, then he got in some trouble. He got in some trouble, and then he set out like a year or two.
Shout out to all the black quarterbacks. So that's another one in the league. How y'all feel about y'all players that played on Thursday? Cooper Kupp did score a touchdown. Bobby Trees went crazy. We got to call him it.
Squeaky Will gets the grease, bro. McVay came out and said that he wanted to get him more opportunities, and he wasted no time, bro. What do you have? 15 targets, I want to say.
That was something crazy.
150 yards. So, yeah, he's a man of his word, bro. I remember Q tweeted yesterday, was like, that's one of the only, coaches where you could trust the coach speak, bro. And he definitely has a point, bro, because he got the opportunity.
Do you think that this is – do you think this is –
that blow-up game? Go ahead.
Yeah. You think this is a one-time
thing? Didn't have his. You said go ahead and then talk.
How you tell me to go ahead,
bro? Okay, bro. So Kupp didn't have a blow-up game like he's been having, bro, but he still had a decent game too. Yeah. So I mean, even with Woods eating like that, bro, it just shows that it's room for multiple people to eat in that offense.
Do you think that Cooper Kupp will be affected by this though? And
because
do you think that Sony Michel? Do you think my prediction of Sony Michel finishing top 36 is now going to come true?
I don't.
I don't. We got to see. Last night they got
last night he looked good, and he vultured a touchdown.
Right. They got a 50 split, but it was just after Henderson supposedly was hurt. But we just got to see. We got to see. It was like they was switching drives. So if they're leading to the next game, then you might be on to something. But Henderson looked like the better guy out there for sure.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely can get worked in more, and McVay did say that too, that he wants to. That's what the long-term plan was for them to, kind of complement each other. But I think he got 11 rushes, and 8 of them came on that drive where Henderson was out. Henderson had got hurt the previous drive, and then that next drive, Sony Michel got the whole drive, and of course that had to be the drive where they ran the ball literally 8 times, bro. So it does seem like he got a little bit more work than but. We'll see if he is worked in more, but I still think Henderson is still a beast, bro. I think he's a top 15 play the rest of the way as long as he stays healthy.
Top 15? I don't know how tight
he's actually 6 yards a carry, bro. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's not a beast, but I don't know how he's gonna finish top 15 if Sony Michel gonna finish top 36.
Sony Michel not gonna finish top 36.
No,
I'm just saying, if he gotta get a touchdown every game to do that. Just to be real.
Or just get 50% of the carries.
Well, we'll see if that happens, bro. I just don't see him getting 50% of the carries. But I mean, if you think that, we'll revisit. We'll revisit.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z. All right, man. For the 100th episode, man, we wanted to do something special. Have a couple of good pals, good folks of the extended session family come through. Be part of the best game by game breakdown in the land and break down with us their favorite team. You know what I mean? So, what is the first game we got on the screen? Sorry, bro. I think it's
Pork first.
Is it Pork first?
Yeah.
All right, man. Shout out to Pork, man. He been the original. I think he was on the first season.
Right? Yeah, it was our first off season, bro. First off season. That's when we first started bringing guests. I think he was our second.
We used to record off just the laptop and just use the microphone on the laptop and put it out for people to hear.
That shit was so gross, bro.
Yeah.
Then I remember we used to just record on Skype, bro. We couldn't even see each other. We used to just do a phone call record.
That was so weird. Why was we doing that?
Bro, we just started. We know no better than this. Where we met people and connected with people, and they told us hey, bro,
to each other not.
We was cutting up. We was cutting each other off like a motherfucker, boy. We ain't know when the other person was trying to talk, bro.
That's the day we used to actually edit, bro. We used to actually sit there and be like, bro, it's your turn to edit. I'm not editing. God, bro. Yeah. Then I remember
he used to stop, bro, and start the shit over, bro. Like, you know,
like right there where I did that, like that stumble in the beginning, we would have started it over.
Exactly.
That was crazy.
Roll with it,
bro. Anyway, I'm rocking and rolling now.
Yeah, I upgraded y'all mics before me, and then Gay kept talking about Javar coming out live from a chip bag. I remember all
that. Chip bag.
You still sound like you coming out of chip bag. Got a new mic. It still sound the same.
I hate you, bro.
All right, bro, but we gonna get into the first game. Like I said, we got my boy Portman, right?
Robbie's on too. Robbie's on.
Wait,
but it's up to y'all.
Any, mini, mighty, mo.
You can go.
We'll go with the show script, bro. Let's get Robbie on first.
All right, man. We got Robbie on.
If you ready.
A supporter of the Washington football team. They faced the New Orleans Saints. 2-point favorite Saints coming in with an over under 43 points. Tyler Heineken. He beat up on my Falcons last week. 3 touchdowns, 10 yards. Was it? 10 yards away from 300 yards. The Falcons trash. I'll give up this season. We're going to get a top 10 pick. It's not a Falcon podcast. The Falcons don't play on this show. Robbie, how you doing? Rum Boys. From the Rum Boys. Oh, shit. I got to bring him on. Oh, there we go. I thought you were about to say,
what up?
You fucking up, Gabe. You messing up already, bro.
No.
Influence, man.
You missed somebody.
Listen, you gotta understand. You gotta understand.
And he on that medicine.
I mean, I just took a dab just now, and I'm still like, damn, like I've been smoking all day, but it's all good.
This how the show go. It's only right. The 100th episode, I'll be sick as hell. So let's get it. How you feeling, bro? How you been?
Let's get it.
I'm
good, Robbie.
I'm nice and toasted, man. What's good, y'all? I'm off this AK-47. Yo, this is like some butter right here. This shit is so fire.
I'll probably be asleep, boy. You
ready to go night?
I want to make the show. Shit. I'm so in fuck right now, boy.
Nah, dog.
Afterwards, though, I'll be there.
Y'all know I gotta get ready for Rum Boys After Dark, you know, and shit.
You
know,
for sure. Let's take a drink for you for coming to the show. Thank you for supporting us this whole time.
Shout out to the whole fantasy session crew.
There we go. Oh, you got Gatorade. Hey, that's why you tore your Achilles.
You don't drink enough beer. You don't drink enough beer, bro.
I'm taking pain medicine.
Hey,
bro.
See, if he was drinking beer, he wouldn't be out there with them young boys.
Bro.
He wouldn't be out there. He wouldn't be out there.
My life, bro.
Hey, Javar went as far as, if you didn't know this your first time listening, Javar went as far as buying a pair of KDs because he wanted to go play basketball on the university campus where he is probably.
I ain't had no grip on my other shoes, bro. I needed some grip, bro. If you ain't got no grip and somebody just do a 1-2 like that, you're gonna be they're gonna be like, damn, he crossed me. I ain't got
that's why you gotta give him a couple feet though. You don't be all up on him, bro. You probably that annoying defense, bro, where you all up in the motherfucker.
No, I'm saying I'm saying with no grip, you're gonna slide.
If you don't got no grip, so with the grip,
you can't run and stop with no grip.
Hey, with the grip, his ankles stayed there, and he thought he was still he thought he was gonna move with it.
Yo, I can't even comment. I can't comment on the no grip part though because my shoes stay fresh in high school, bro.
And that grip come in handy, and it's safer with the grip.
But so much grip.
I'm back in December. Hey, you talking about? I bet you won't come out down the court or the football field.
I know.
Sideline pimping.
I know my speed.
Then to make it worse, like you and Cam Akers had the exact same injury in the exact same day, like within an hour apart.
All right, I'm gonna tweet him like, "Where you at in your recovery, bro? Because I'm out here walking, but you know, I'm about to be. I can ride the bike.
Where you at? Workout videos.
All right, I need to go check them out.
Hey, Javari posted now workout video. You ain't even getting better, bro. Are you even?
I go to PT.
Getting better.
I go to physical therapy.
Well, we all. Hey, for everyone out there, Javar is an easy 1v1 opponent. You know, it's easy to cross up Javar. You know, I got him. I see you in Can for the 1v1s next year. You know, I want him.
For now,
Javar better not never go on that basketball court again.
For now, I'm on the 28 and up court, or on the court where you be like, oh, they can't hoop that good, so I'm gonna go to that court. I ain't gonna go to the court with the hoopers. So I ain't gonna go to the court A, 1A. I'm gonna go to court 1B or 1C or something. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know how you go down south when you go to the court and you can level it out.
I don't know why you thought you was at the other court anyway.
Bro, I can't run on no treadmill. I can't run in no circle around no track. It ain't for me, bro. Cause I'll be running, I'll be like, man, you know what? Fuck this shit. I ran a half a mile. Stop. But if I'm hooping, if I'm playing a sport, I'm just stick with it and keep working.
Just play chess, bro. Just play chess, bro. Play a sport for your mind, bro. Open up that.
I ain't gonna do nothing for my heart.
All right, man. Let's get to let's get into the show, bro. Anyway, man, Tyler Heineken beat up on the Falcons last week. We tried. Y'all going up against the Saints, a whole different type of defense. How do you feel about the Redskins' opportunity against the Saints?
You know, my football team, man. I'm actually, low key, like.
Did I say Redskins? My bad, bro.
Oh no, you good. I mean, hey, that was our team for like 30 some odd years, but no, like even longer than that. It's like 1933. But anyways, I'm a lot more confident. Mainly, with on the offensive side of the ball. Our defense has been lackluster and has definitely disappointed. But I mean, with that said, that aside, I think we still come out. What you said, the line is set at 4 right now, 4.5.
I think it was 2.
2.
Okay. 2 to the Saints.
Here, let me double check. I'm getting my DraftKings loaded up. Y'all know I'm a DGen, so I keep this shit always open. Saints at minus 140. I like Washington at the plus 120. I will not be putting in a bet for this game because, well, DGen rule number 1, you don't bet against you don't bet your own team. Like, just don't do it. That's how you end up sad.
Unless they're the Falcons and it's like somebody scoring 2 touchdowns on them, you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I was still I never break that rule. But no, I mean at 43.5, I like this one to go over. I like this one to go over 43.5. Washington's been getting themselves in a lot of shootouts that have been, in the upper echelons of 24, 28, 30 some odd points. Just them as a team itself, then obviously opponents putting in their side of work. But take Washington to win here. Take the over. Who
are you starting? Are you with Curtis? I think Curtis Samuel is he playing? I know he didn't practice.
Curtis Samuel is should be playing. He is back. Logan Thomas being out makes Ricky Seals-Jones a sneaky play. A really good play. Hopefully, you guys maybe got him off waivers. But let's see here. I mean, I'm probably not starting anyone outside of Terry McLaurin. Gibson is going to be a game time decision just because of the I think it's like a bruise like knee or something. Like he may or may not.
Shin, I want to say.
It's shin. It's a shin. Yeah, it's a shin. My fault. Yeah, it's a shin. Wow, I was literally just looking that up an hour ago too. I can't believe I forgot that fast. But he has the shin injury. So I mean, if he's not a go, then obviously you're not putting Gibson in your lineup. So probably just McLaurin and that's it. I mean, Saints side of the ball. Saints side of the ball, you can start Kamara. No one else. Stay away from those receivers. No need to start Winston. So yeah,
exactly. I agree. Winston's just not throwing enough to be relevant in fantasy. In 2 QB leagues, you could probably get away with it, but I'm not really touching them in single quarterback leagues. But I did want to bring up Jared Patterson, man. If Antonio Gibson doesn't go, man, this is a guy that popped in the preseason, bro. And he seems like the direct handcuff. Like J.D. McKissick's still going to have his role. So how do you feel about J.D. McKissick? Or not J.D. McKissick, Jared Patterson. You think that should be a guy that they add?
I love Patterson. I don't know why, fantasy aside, just regular football. I mean, I don't know why they didn't come out this season with the two-headed monster between Patterson and Gibson. They try, put all the work on Gibson, and then when they get in 2-minute drills, they throw McKissick out there for garbage time points. I wish we would run more of a two-headed monster, but I mean, hopefully Patterson goes out there and shows his ass because that man can he can run some people over. Like that man can hit. Like that man got the truck stick ability built into him. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited. Hopefully, he gets to start over McKissick and he goes out there and he shows the world what he can do.
I'm not starting. I wouldn't start. I'm not starting. If Antonio Gibson plays, I'm starting Antonio Gibson, but I don't want to play any other running backs against that Saints defense. No. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Like I said, I probably only Terry McLaurin.
I mean, you can rush on.
Because I think Mark.
It's a lot of injuries too, boy. And New Orleans allowing the 10th. They're allowing the 10th fewest points to running back, so it's been pretty tough against.
I might feel okay about
volume, man. Volume, bro.
I mean, I still think this JD McKissic he'll be a little burn, and he's gonna get all the receiving work. So I would like him if Gibson would die. I wouldn't mind him as a flex play. Like you said, there are a lot of injuries right now, bro. So some people I played Alex Collins last night.
I was happy as fuck to play Alex Collins last night too, bro. I was happy about that.
Ridley was out. I heard Ridley was out, but I was like, I'm glad I got Alex Collins for real. Ridley went out, then Mixon. I was like, bro, I ain't had no choice.
Bro, yesterday that was the freaking witching hour, like right before kickoff. Like everyone just started like going out like injuries and shit. Like it was just crazy. It is crazy. Ridley being out makes Patterson an automatic play. I see James's question there in the chat, and bro, like if you're gonna trade Gibson, now's the time to do it. Lockett is. You're only missing Russell Wilson for a month.
Lockett for Diggs and
Murray, D Hop, Godwin, Henry, Henderson, Kells. Okay, that's his bench. Do I trade Gibson and Lockett for Diggs and Edmonds?
I don't think I do it.
I might do it because I might do it. Gibson and Edmonds kind of putting out the same production right now. It's not. Gibson get more volume, but Edmonds has been efficient, and Diggs is going to be consistent every week versus Lockett getting 12 targets and up around there. I just think Diggs is the best person in this package, and getting Edmonds, that's a running back too. Yeah, and the PPR league is, I don't know. I just don't like Lockett. I don't like Lockett, bro. I don't think he's going to be consistent enough, especially with Geno Smith. With Geno Smith.
Yeah, Diggs is the best part. I mean, you got go on and do it. It just sucks that you're losing Gibson, but Javar is correct with the analysis of Edmonds and Gibson putting out pretty much the same shit. At this point, I mean,
Gibson could go off in the back end. That's the one part, and your team looked pretty healthy to me. Your team looked pretty healthy with me. You got Murray, D Hop, Godwin, Henry, Henderson, and Gibson on the bench.
That's the thing. Like he has 2 running backs, and then Gibson is injured, but he doesn't have a lot of running backs. So I probably wouldn't trade my running back when you have D Hop, Godwin, fucking
he getting Edmonds back,
Julio, AB, Michael Thomas, Judy coming back soon.
You don't need no wide receiver.
I think I will hold pack. You really don't need no receivers. That's how I feel about it.
Appreciate you, James. Subscribe, like, do what Carlos said. Hold tight, bro. Real talk. You got it.
Javon would swear he a rapper, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, the only reason why you're making this move is because Geno Smith being the QB. That's the only reason why you're getting rid of Lockett for Diggs. Trade Sutton, Ridley, and Gibson for Taylor and Higgins.
What's up, Matthew? What's up, Matthew back from last episode. Appreciate you. Trade Sutton, Ridley, and Gibson for Taylor and Higgins. Do I like
run it?
I mean, it's not a lateral trade. It's like the same thing.
Yeah,
I don't see an upgrade in too many.
Buy's about to come up right now, and you might need the buy's about to come. That's the only reason you trade 3 for 2 right now. And buy's about to come up. All my running backs are hurt, man.
If you need a running back, then yeah.
Okay, but you
traded 0 for 7 inside the 5. That ain't getting better. That.
I think it is getting better.
Oh yeah, it is getting better. Yeah.
I mean,
if he keeps on getting the touches down there, it's only a matter of time before he gets into the end zone. It's not that they got the touches away.
Naeem Hines kind of banged up too. So what y'all gonna say to Matthew before we?
I say get JT then if you don't have because if you need a running back.
But he traded Gibson. He got Gibson.
He has Gibson, and Gibson's kind of banged
he traded Gibson for a running back, and so I don't know.
If you're gonna move Gibson now is pretty much the time that you do it. It's pretty much in order to get a good ROI return of investment, it's now or never. If you're gonna do it, but I mean, I'm a Gibson truther. I traditionally don't. I don't go with trading Gibson, but I mean, I understand. Higgins. Yeah, and I understand Higgins. Getting Higgins. I mean, he's damn good. So, I mean, I get it. My first 4 running backs were CMC, Montgomery, J.K. God damn.
Jeez.
Bro. Horrible, bro. Fantasy guys is like, damn. What do you do to you?
What did
fantasy
you
guys?
do, Matthew? Like, who did you piss off?
CMC might come back in next week, so that's pretty hard. I might try to hold.
Hey man, I made a whole funny ass TikTok for CMC, and then like, cause they've been talking about he was gonna play all week. I knew it too. I said as soon as I post,
you gotta make another one.
Right.
No, not even that. I said as soon as I post this, my badass luck, because I need CMC to play in a lot of places. He is not gonna fucking play. They're gonna be like, nah, we got one more week.
Like,
that's the best. So
with CMC, people be forgetting how the human body works. They're just like, oh, like CMC's gonna play. So it's like, no, you want CMC to play.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like
if he dies, he dies.
That's how people, fantasy managers, be like.
Hell yeah.
All right. So from this, we take it from the back to the football game. We take in
Washington money line.
McLaurin.
Oh, yeah,
that's it from that side of the ball. If Gibson play, of course, play Gibson.
Yeah.
If McKissick starts, you can play, of course, flex McKissick. We're staying away from Jarrett. On the other side of the ball, of course, AK, we starting him. Jameis is a maybe in super flex.
Jameis ain't even shit.
Yeah, desperate play.
And also that was it, right? No wide receivers. If you missed all that, all this will be on the website, you know what I'm saying? Straight Facts Week 5, you know what I'm saying? Go ffnsession.com. Robbie, tell them what they can find you at.
You guys just Google me, Run Boys Fantasy Network. That's literally it. Yeah.
My name is my name. Bro. We appreciate you for coming on, bro. Thank you for everything, bro. Thank you for supporting us this whole time. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you.
All right.
For sure. On to the next game. We got my man Pork, like I was saying. I think I already gave him an introduction, man, but he's been on here since the first season. He been rocking with us. I think we was late every time. I think he been on here twice, right? He might have been on here 3 times.
Yeah.
He might have been, he might be,
he was on one of the panels.
I feel like he been on here.
He was on one of the panels,
episodes,
and I think he had another episode too by himself. Damn, he really in session.
Yes, sir.
I think I even bought a candle or something like that from like your sister. Like, I think I know you.
Right.
Hey, man, but shout out to my boy Port from Dynasty Rewind. He was one of the first people to like welcome us and all that. He is a Philadelphia Eagle fan. The Philadelphia Eagles play the Panthers. 3-point favorite at Carolina, over under 44.5. Port, shout out to you, man. How you feel about? Thank you, first of all, and how you feel about the Panthers? I mean, about them Eagles.
Well, first of all, before I say that, thanks for the invitation again, guys. You know, I've been here.
What episode is this for you, bro?
A little bit. I think it's the 4th because I did the awards drawing. I did. I think I was coming at VAR because he kept saying Tua was going to be good, and I told him he was trash years ago.
I've been telling him that.
He didn't want to listen to me about that one, but it's all good though. And,
I want to incorporate John into my everyday vocabulary.
You have to.
I feel like everything is a John.
I was like, I picked up my John. I'm about to drink this John right here.
I got a John too. I was thinking about my John the other day.
No, but yeah, I just want to thank you guys for bringing me on again. It's always a good time. Like you family, and you did buy some soaps for my sister, so I do appreciate the the black ownership love type stuff.
I can't. If you want to shout out, I can't think of it right now. If you want to shout it out, you can shout it out. I can't think of it right now.
She therapy on Twitter. So just hit her up. She got soaps and all that other stuff. I don't remember.
Shout out.
She does tarot reasons and stuff like that. She thinks she Miss Cleo, but she's good at it though, which is crazy.
Bro. Hey, with the park card.
My sister hit a park card. That shit is the
she was gonna hit that card, bro.
Yeah, right.
That probably was the craziest. That's why we was really late today, bro. Like we was on time, bro. I promise. Like we was trying to get it right, but then like she hit the park card. What do you want me to do? But anyway, man, Jalen Hurts, man, 35 passing attempts in every game except week 2.
Oh, hold on, real quick. I forgot, bro. He posted it a minute ago. 10-man league standard. This gonna be kind of, I gotta get my mind right. 10-man league standard. I really don't play standard in 10-man league too. So trade Mahomes. I think in the
Pollard,
10-man league
Lockett.
you want the best of the best, so you might Brady Mahomes, Pollard, Lockett for
Tannehill. Plan on dropping parentheses McLaurin, CH. I have Jalen Hurts and Darnold this morning.
Ooh, so I'm guessing it's a one quarterback
my
league.
My lineup next should be Hurts, CMC, Zeke, CH, McLaurin, Cooper, Dante, Fant, Schultz.
That's kind of nasty.
All right, and before then it would have been
he won the trade.
Yeah,
he won the deal because he filled out his lineup pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like it.
Traded away for need.
Yeah, touchdown is what you're looking for anyway.
Yeah, just CH gonna have to keep getting touchdowns to put up big numbers, but
then you only need that for 1 week. CMC is expected to be back next week though, so I feel like.
I'm tripping. It's standard, so catching the ball don't really matter. Yeah. That's a good trade.
Sure. Yeah. It don't matter, but you still get the receiving yards.
Right.
And shout out to Mr. Grapefruit. Make sure you subscribe, like, and welcome to the session, my brother. Anyway, man, Pork, how you feel about Jalen Hurts, man? Do you like him as a player, like besides fantasy, just like as a player? Because I look at him like, if that was my quarterback, like he reminded me of Michael Vick, and I ain't like that.
No, he's a baller. I don't have no issues with him.
I don't know. Hold on. I can't keep going. Hold on. I love Michael Vick. Let's not question that.
Okay. Because I was confused by that.
Like as a grown up looking up, because people hate Matt Ryan, I'll be like, dog, Matt Ryan is way better than Michael Vick was ever. But anyway, it's
not more exciting.
As a pure pocket passer, he was fine, but he was
as a fucking Super Bowl playing quarterback. After fucking Michael Vick every year got his ass up in fucking cold ass Philadelphia. The Falcons don't like cold because we from the South. Get our ass smacked by Donovan McNabb, right back down south, change jerseys, come back up there, get smacked, come right back down, boy. Stress up, boy. Fuck my.
You sound kind of butthurt about that a little bit. You're kind of struggling.
We're numb to the pain, but
this affects my life on a serious level, bro. I'm trying to get off that pipe, bro. Pause. But anyway, man, how you feel about Jalen Hurts? Hey, yo.
Yeah, I love Jalen Hurts. He's really. I think he's. People are a little bit too far into his accuracy issues and his arm strength issues. But if you kind of look at the game, he's looking really good at doing what he's doing. And I feel as though they kind of have this issue with black quarterbacks can't do this, black quarterbacks can't do that, but they can run. So this is all they can do. But if you're actually looking at the game, he's actually playing pretty well. He's targeting. He's doing what's given to him. So I believe not this past week, but the week before, they ran the ball 3 times. Like, what the hell do you want them to do? You know they're going to throw the ball all day. And that doesn't count. That doesn't count his rushing attempts after scrambling. So I think he had like 48 passing attempts, but he probably had like 8 or 9 carries. So he legit probably had like 50-something dropbacks. There's no way that you can help him out other than with running the ball. And if you're not running the ball, he's going to make it do what it do. And he's putting up numbers, but it's not going to equate to winning. So they need a lot of help with play calling. Steichen is kind of pissing me off with his game plan. And Sirianni's still playing freaking rock, paper, scissors with the goddamn play call. So I don't know what the hell he wants to do yet.
Yeah, that's wild. Miles Sanders is not getting a lot of rushes. That's crazy.
He's not. And I think it's kind of Miles Sanders' fault as well. He's not hitting the hole like he's supposed to. He's just dancing around looking for the home run ball every time. But Derrick Henry had to learn like that.
You can't ever get 2 attempts. That can never happen for a start.
No, that can never happen. But I'm not talking about. That's just that one game. That one game they were.
What he got like 6 the next game?
But the thing is, but they're trusting Kenneth Gainwell more with the ball in his hand. Kenneth Gainwell is actually hitting the hole, and he's actually playing well. He's catching the ball consistently. Miles Sanders had issues with dropping the ball last year, so I think they're looking at film like that and like, hey, I don't want to. I don't feel like dealing with your BS. And you got to think too, that coaching staff didn't draft him. That was a previous coaching staff. So they're drafting Kenneth Gainwell, saying like, hey, this is my guy. I'm gonna put him in and see what he can do. And he's producing, and he looks pretty good at doing it. He looks small, but he looks good at doing what he's doing. So he's given like legit flex appeal in fantasy leagues, and I have to start him this week because all my backs are freaking hurt.
It's like all the running backs are gone, bro. Whose team are they hiding on?
And
it's really crazy, bro. And
it's things like the Eagles are doing. The Eagles are running the football 10 times a game. Like
and they got the fans. The fans are out there saying they got a chant for run the ball, bro. We know, like it's like they're kind of insulting our intelligence. Freaking run the ball, especially against
Atlanta.
Oh,
they did do that against Atlanta. My bad.
Yeah, they did run the ball against Atlanta, but against Kansas City, you got to keep the ball out of Patrick's hands.
True.
You can't just keep throwing the ball because they have a terrible pass defense.
So,
especially with a young quarterback and Hurts, bro, you have to keep the ball away.
You have to, you gotta break them in slowly, and then see how it goes from there.
So, is he in trouble this week, fantasy wise? Is that offense in trouble this week going up against the Panthers? They got a new corner. Is he playing? Stephon Gilmore? He went to the.
No, he's not playing until week 7.
Yeah,
they did trade for CJ Henderson though.
CJ Henderson. Well, next year they're gonna be crazy. The Falcons so trash.
Yeah, that team is gonna be nasty. Like that defense, they built that defense last year. They did it the smart way. They drafted all these defensive players last year. Showing what they want them to do. They used trash last year, but now they look really, really good.
And they're gonna stop the Eagles.
See how it goes.
What are they gonna do?
Hey, the Falcons drafted Tack McKinley when they could have got
bruh.
Anyway, go ahead.
Hey, bruh. Hey.
You all right?
Right.
Yeah, go ahead.
And my man Pork get some fantasy advice.
God damn.
That's really making me so mad, bro.
Hey, it happens, bro. We can't draft either, to be real with you. We drafted JJ Arthur-Whiteside instead of DK. Like, how dumb was that?
And Rager over Jefferson too, right?
I don't want to see, bro. You might make me drink.
Damn, bro.
Hey, Rager,
boy, y'all could have been sitting so pretty right now, bro.
Do you think Rager has a? Do you think it's over for Rager though, or do you think he's just in a bad situation in Philly?
I don't think it's a bad situation. Quez Watkins is better than Jalen Rager. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but if you look at
he looks better out there.
He does look better. He looks faster. He's running better routes. And that touchdown they called back because he ran out of bounds. They teach you that in wide receiver 101. You run your route and you stay in bounds, so you don't have to worry about running out to run back in to be the first person to touch the ball. So that kind of messed him up. But Rager to me is not startable at all in fantasy. I wanted to believe in it. I figured, give him one season to learn because he's a rookie, second year. He's still not showing me enough. He's just more of a screen type of receiver in special teams at this point for me because I can't start him at all.
How do you feel about Devonta Smith against the Carolina Panthers? Who is startable for you? Let's just go there. Who are you starting from your side of the ball?
Jalen Hurts, of course. I think I'm going to start Kenneth Gainwell because he's getting the ball. He's getting touches. If the coaching staff believes him and go for it. And I have an issue with not starting Devonta Smith because he's so freaking good. I don't care what corner it is. He's going to slice and dice him up. So I'm gonna start him. I think the start of the week for that offense will be Goddard. He's targeting him a ton. I think FanDuel Sportsbook, his over-under was like 35 yards, which is stupid. He's going to go over on that because he likes to target his tight ends there. So I think it's Goddard for sure. And I like to throw little dart throws on Quez Watkins because he got speed for days.
If you haven't heard the story about how Goddard let me down and I got beat by 0.12 by Javar in week 2 because he didn't throw the ball to him the whole second half. And then the one time he did, it was a holding.
And look, and that trickles down to Carlos because Carlos lost in the lead because Dak kneeled, and so if Goddard would have just caught that ball, Carlos would have won.
I've never seen that.
So much heartbreak.
He lost yards on a kneel, because Dak and he lost the game.
I've seen it on Twitter. I've seen people talking about it on Twitter about how they lost the game because of that, but it has to be super close. The matchup has to be I
told Tom Brady. Tom Brady don't care about fantasy because he always kneel. He was taking like 3 steps back. I'm like, bro, what is you doing?
Yeah. But Dak was so weird though because he didn't play the previous drive, bro, and then he came back in for the kneel. I'm like, bro, really, man? Like, come on.
Yeah, y'all could have put Cooper Rush.
What are you doing out here, bro?
Yeah, I don't seen it all now in our home leagues. The close losses, somebody talking shit to you, and then they thought they won, and a stat correction come in, and
that's why I be trying not to talk, bro. I just try to. I have such bad luck,
bro. The stat correction, he was just, yeah. And
it was how much the tarot cards cost, bro?
Stat correction came and I won. That was wild. My bad. What'd you say?
I was asking how much the tarot cards cost, man. I think I'm gonna go try to see what's
up. Hit up the website, bro. I'm telling you, she gonna tell you that your sister hit a car yesterday, and you probably gonna be high tomorrow. Like, you know, it's gonna happen. I'm telling you, she's really freaking good.
Stop, bro. My heart.
I got you. So you said start Jalen Hurts, of course. Devonta Smith. I like that. He probably sees some with Henderson, who came up from Jacksonville. Y'all say?
Yeah, he's gonna see Henderson.
But you know, he still looked good in some of his routes. Jalen Hurts still misses his window. That's the only thing I'd be worried about. Jalen Hurts missed the window when to throw to Devonta Smith, especially on slant sometimes. Goddard, you can go out there. I even feel like it's time to start talking about Ertz. He getting enough targets on that side of he get enough targets at the second tight end on the team. I believe you can fire him up if you got him as a tight end or even as a flex play, especially in tight end premium leagues.
Right.
Yeah, I'm kind of shaking.
Touchdown dependent at times, though. That's what makes me nervous about.
He getting like 7.
He's not doing nothing after the catch.
Yeah, well, that's been his whole career.
He getting 7, 8 targets.
He thought that blonde hair was gonna help.
He getting 7, 8 targets. The last week,
still old, bro.
He done caught 40. He done caught 46. The last week, he done caught 46 passes for at least 50 yards. So that's like 9 points in itself. You know, and that in the tight end scape, that's pretty decent. Unfortunately, if you get 9-10 points, so that you know, I don't mind Ertz. You throwing Ertz out there. The running back position, man, I'm trying to stay away because they not running the football. Gainwell is getting all the receptions out the majority of the receptions out the backfield, but this week, last week he had 8, and then the weeks before that he had like around 4 targets or so. So I think it'll be kind of playing with fire, but like we said, a lot of players are hurt. You're in a pinch. I don't mind Gainwell or Sanders, but I just want to expect much from him unless my Gainwell get the targets out of the backfield, get 5 or more targets.
Yeah, that's the point. That's where I think that's what makes Gainwell startable is those targets. I'll take whatever with the rushing, but it seemed like they have just planned plays for him. Just straight out the backfield. Mm-hmm. So I'll just take that 1 point and just add that to the list because it seems.
And he'd be in the red zone too.
Yeah, because he had the red zone. I think he had 2 red zone touchdowns this year. So which is confusing to me, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
You like somebody on the other side of the ball? Your starts?
Chuba Hubbard, honestly. Because my freaking defense is Swiss cheese. Like they can't stop no run. They can't stop no runs at all. Like last week, it's like I could have freaking ran through some of these holes, and I'm slow as hell. Like so, I don't get it at all. DJ Moore, target monster. He's getting everything
right.
And I would say Robbie. I would put some shekels on Robbie Anderson scoring a touchdown. Because he's coming back to Philly, Playton Temple, so he's going to try to show off for some family. I don't know what his odds are right now.
The inside scoop,
Adam Scheffler. Yeah, man. He went to PS 1398 over there down the street.
Right, so he go PS 1398. That's a lot of numbers, bro. They say, "Hey Arnold," you talking about?
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Everything like past like North Carolina is New York, so I just be like, yeah. Bro, everybody go to PS, bro.
I get
sure. Everybody probably got
that
PS.
sound is so country out there, bro.
Right. And this the guy who
for comedic relief.
But it's a little cheap behind it.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. It took me a minute to understand what PS was for. Then I was like, "Oh, public school,
bro."
Hell yeah.
What?
Anyway, man, that's it, bro. Man. Hey, appreciate you for coming through, man.
Hey, anytime, bro.
Tell them where they can find you at. Yeah, man.
Yeah, just follow me on Twitter at FFPorkman. I'm on Dynasty Rewind. We do a podcast every Tuesday at 9:00. We also have a Patreon, so do the Patreon at Dynasty Rewind.
Well, shout out to Pork getting that money.
Hey, we gotta get it. You gotta get it while it's hot. I'm trying to tell you, bro. And we're about to be dropping something in January. It's something real big. But you have to be a patron to do it. It has all our content written. All Devi. I'm going to be writing some articles on there, and hey, just hit us up. And like I tell everybody, if you need to talk about anything fantasy, life, tarot readings, I can tell you somebody for that. Just hit me up in the DMs. I can help. We can help you out as much as I can. I try to treat everybody like family.
All you can shop, bro. Shop all you can shop at Port.
Yeah.
Yes, sir, bro. Thanks for all the support, bro. It's good talking to you again, bro, as usual. And
hey, where you at in the session takeover? Where you at in session takeover? Just before you leave.
I'm probably in the middle. I'm not by Lindelians though, because Linda's playing like trash right now. I know she at the bottom. So I was at the bottom last year. I remember that.
Yeah, bro.
That's my girl though. I can talk trash about Linda.
So what's so why I looked at the rankings. So it's four of us, on the show. How about it's me? I think I'm at like 36, Carlos at 37, Antonio at 38, and like all of us.
That's crazy.
On this
don't
show,
say all of us. Don't say all of us. Hey, wait. Before we get any further, hey, Javar had said all of us, but he didn't say my name, so it was crazy because he like had said you was like 36 and like 38. It was crazy. I don't even know them numbers, but what number you had said I was? You didn't say it.
You like
it was crazy.
Now you last again like last year.
He top 5. Now he top 5 this year.
That was trash.
I was last year because I put 24 in instead of 240, and so my average was always at the bottom. And 1 week I had put 24.
Yeah, sounds like bullshit. You last year until week 16. Like, oh guys, look what I found.
You can look at it. I mean, it's all there. Anyway, bro, I'm number 2 this year. Shout out to me. Anyway, man, appreciate you for coming through, my boy.
Appreciate you. For
question for you, Pork. Hold on. We got a question from my boy, from my boy Carl in the chat, in the private chat. Oh. What do you do if you're an owner for Miles Sanders? Just before you get out here, you buy, hold, or sell?
It's kind of hard to sell him right now because he's not getting any touches. So you kind of have to. I guess I would just hold because I don't think I want to buy him either because he's not getting any touches. So it's just a hold. Just hold him on the bench. Hopefully you draft it well, get some good players on there, and pray for the best. And if he has a big game, sell the trash out of him.
If you can,
whatever you can.
You might have to add him to like somebody, but that's probably gonna be your best.
Yeah. Put it in a package. Like throw him in a package, like a little, sweetener, and like I said, some extra bacon bits. The whole pork shoulder.
Hey man, let go of that pork. Let go of the swine. But hey man, appreciate you for coming through.
If y'all need me for anything, just hit me up, bro. I can hop on whenever. I'll just talk to the wife.
Yeah, appreciate it,
bro. Will do. Thanks again, bro.
Anytime.
For sure.
Peace.
Hey, we got a question from one of the viewers. Matthew said Gibson and Ridley for Edmonds and Dame L.
Nah, unless you have to win the next 2 weeks and you can't go without Ridley. I mean, I still wouldn't do it. I try to hold on, but that's the only way that I think you try and do that trade. If because Ridley out this week and then next week is a bye and you can't. And you need a player for those 2 weeks. That's the only way I would do it. But other than that, I'm holding with Gibson and Ridley.
I need a stud. I need at least one stud back if I'm trading Gibson and Ridley. So no for me. It's a no for me, dog.
It's a no for me, dog.
Our next guest, I don't know if he's from Detroit, but he likes Detroit. Damn, bro, like I be feeling bad for the Falcons, but like I feel you, my boy. But anyway, man. Nah, man, he come from Detroit. It say Detroit, born and raised. I was right. Shout out to the Sports Rap Podcast. It's my boy Carl Henry. We met him on Twitter. He been supporting us the whole time. He knew us, man. We want to give a special shout out to him. Welcome him on gunshots. They still ain't got me the drops, bro. They won't get me the drops. I've been trying to get drops for 3 years. It's so crazy.
Whenever we did have drops, you know how to act.
Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate
bro.
you for the
Greetings, man. Greetings.
Congratulations
on the 100th episode, man. I'm
glad.
Thank you, bro.
Bro.
Thank you, man. Thanks
we
for
got this
stopping by,
celebratory
bro.
event, man. So we got to have, you know what I'm saying, a little drink, a little something, man.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
I like my
it's
drink
almost like
woman, man. A little dark with a little bite. You know what I'm saying?
it's almost like they get it's like it's our birthday, so it's like I feel like I can be like a little loose, you know what I mean? Pause.
Oh, you look loose.
You know what I mean? Yeah, hey yo. But anyway, man, hey man, let them know where you from, let them know what you got going on, man. I see you got the Detroit everything, Detroit versus everybody.
Yes, sir, man. Definitely born and raised in Detroit, man. You can't be I don't know too many Lions fans who are not from Detroit, man. It's got to be inbred in you, man, if you want to deal with all this pain and suffering, man. So, it's tough, man. But Atlanta fans give us hope, man, because I remember back in the day in them Fulton County days, man, it was tough, man.
Wait.
We used to count on that Atlanta game as a win. It was a while back.
I don't know how every time we make this into a Falcon podcast, it'd be so crazy to me. But what I do want to know is the Falcons have never lost 0 games. won 0 games. We always win at least 1 or 2. We good for 1 or 2.
Man, it was an anomaly.
And you proud of that?
It was an anomaly, man.
Yes, because they did 1-0.
Get out of here, Gabe.
More
victories. County game. That's kind
more
of
victories.
We just came on.
It's tough being at the bottom.
You just called yourself a minor league coach, bro.
I was just finishing the rap. I was just finishing the bar.
Look, you made like damn.
But yeah, man, go ahead. What you had said?
Yeah, we the bar, what I'm saying, is set low here, man. But we hopefully, we got a black GM now, man. So hopefully, Brad Holmes can kind of bring in some talent, man, and we can start winning some games around here, man.
That's a fact, man. Jared Goff has been shaky, you know what I'm saying? 2 QB 1 weeks, 1 QB 2 week, 1 week outside of the top 24 QBs, period. Week 4, his numbers were a little horrible, but he did throw it for almost 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, but he fumbled the ball 3 times. I don't see that happening again. So how you feel about Jared Goff?
Man, Jared is a middle of the road quarterback, man. He's a bridge quarterback for us. He's a very highly paid bridge quarterback. Unfortunately, I think we made I don't want to say a mistake, but we had other options, man. Our ownership really wanted to kind of bow down to Matt Stafford, talented player, did a lot of things in the community, but unfortunately didn't win a lot of ball games. Some of that was, due to the team not surrounding him with talent. Mm-hmm. Some of that was him, falling a little short in those, big time moments, but he's a talented guy. But they let him kind of decide where he wanted to go, man. So he said he wanted to go to LA, and they made it happen for him. Our GM is from the Rams, so they had kind of a pre-existing relationship with the Rams, so it kind of worked out that way. We have a couple picks coming up the first round of this next draft, and hopefully we can kind of benefit from that. But there was a deal on the floor with Carolina where they wanted to trade us Teddy B and the 8th pick in the draft. So we would have had, I believe, the 6th and the 8th pick in the draft. And Teddy B, who's about 15, I think he's about $16 to $17 million less than Jared Goff. So we could have had a bridge quarterback, 2 top 10 picks. We could have got Penei Sewell, who we ended up drafting. We could have got Micah Carson. We could have got Devonta Smith or Justin Fields and had a quarterback of the future, man. And had some money under the cap to go grab a receiver, which we don't currently have.
How many?
What did y'all get from the Rams?
This is why we so bad, man. We never make the moves we need to move.
Picks, I think.
Y'all got 2 first-round picks from the Rams?
Yeah. We're gonna have first round next year and 2023. And we got a third.
I think I would have took that from Carolina because the Rams that pick gonna be like
it's gonna be late. It's gonna be late.
Exactly. That's why they don't care. They're like that dynasty team, bro. That always trading their first round picks away, bro, because they know that it's gonna be a late pick anyway. They ain't gonna really. They don't need
the Minnesota Vikings 10-point favorites, 49.5 point over under. What you think? How you think the Lions are gonna do against that defense, fantasy wise? Who you starting? Who you not?
From the Lions,
from the Lions,
guys you can really even talk about starting, man. You can talk about DeAndre Swift, the running back.
Mm-hmm.
You can talk about Jamal Williams, and then you can talk about Hockenson. And pretty much after that, everyone else is a lottery ticket, man. So as far as what they're going to do against Minnesota this week, Minnesota has a young defense kind of coming together, kind of growing. They've been surprisingly, I don't want to say good, but they've been better than what they were last year. And they've been, they've stayed in a lot of games. They've competed in a lot of games. They took Arizona to the break and actually should have won the game if they didn't miss a field goal. So with that being said, I don't know what type of success we're going to have in terms of their defense, but I can tell you this: I think it's going to be a high scoring game. We know that Kirk Cousins is playing at a high level right now. Our secondary, the Lions secondary, is in shambles. So I would start anybody from the Minnesota Vikings. Jefferson, Thielen. You may even want to throw some KJ Osborne out there.
KJ Osborne.
If you're a Dalvin Cook owner, you might want to make sure that he's healthy, because I think he had 9 carries last week. He did play, but he had 9 carries last week. Not a lot.
And that's the dilemma right there. Like, even if he is healthy, like, you have to put him on the field. Like, if they say he's healthy, it's like you can't not start.
I'm gonna tell you though, with him not, I don't think he practiced today. You might want to check that out.
I want to say
if he didn't practice today,
he didn't practice yesterday.
All week. To me, that's kind of a sign of a setback. You know,
that's
your situation. If you 3-1 or 4-0, you might be able to throw him out there and whatever. But if you 2-2,
you fighting
1-3
for a
or
win,
less, you might have to make another decision.
Exactly. I think he had a limited practice today, and he's questionable going into Sunday. He's not like doubtful or anything. So we'll see, bro. I definitely think he had some type of setback though, bro, for him to play last week and then not practice all the way until Friday, bro. Yeah, like it's definitely not healthy, bro. So, and in their situation, they don't need to play him, like, unless they like beg him to play. I feel like if it was truly up to them, bro, if there was the front office or the coaching staff decided, bro, Madison would get the start, bro. But the players, they have a lot to say a lot of times, bro. Like, they want to play out there, bro. We saw Russell Wilson have a dislocated finger and still want to play football. So it just depends on if the coaching staff wants to throw him out there or not.
I think as far as Alexander Madison goes, he played while Dalvin Cook played time. He only rushed 10 times, more than Dalvin Cook did, but he didn't see no targets like Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook saw the targets. The Lions are allowing the 3rd most fantasy points to the running back position, so I think you have to start him. I think last week was an anomaly because both of them did play last week, like you said, but they went against the Browns, where they allow only second to fewest points to the running back position. So I think, that's what's going to happen anyway, regardless if Dalvin Cook was getting all the snaps, and he's going to have a Dalvin Cook day, but I think it was going to be a low end Dalvin Cook day regardless. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Hopefully, like, they just don't let him play. That's hard.
That'd be probably ideal if they rule him out before game time. And I think at that point you have to pivot. I don't know. I don't know what you guys feel about handcuffing, but I know a lot of folks, are big on handcuffing, and a lot of folks, will start at Alexander Madison in the spot of Cook. But if you don't have him, I think you may have to pivot to someone else.
Yeah, if both of them playing, I'm not starting Alexander Madison. If Dalvin Cook is not playing, I'm definitely starting Alexander Madison. I want to start Justin Jefferson and Adam Thielen too. I think they're going to have pretty great games. KJ Osborne saw 7 targets last week off a 2-target week 4 performance. He only getting targeted on 15% of his routes. I don't like him this week. I know y'all mentioned him. I think it's going to be a running back game, so I don't really see KJ Osborne getting the targets. I don't think it's going to be as many targets there for him.
I will say this: I don't know if the Lions are going to cover. I think it's a 10-point spread right now.
Yeah, I don't like that. I'm taking the points.
You like? Well, it depends on which team shows up. But I will say this: I do think Jared Goff and the Lions can put up some garbage time points, and I think they probably hit the over.
For sure, I'm taking the 10 points.
Yeah,
that's a lot of points in the NFL game.
Yeah,
and it's not like y'all been playing sorry. Y'all been getting beat on some like just lion shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'll be just some lion shit. You put your money down on them boys. And them boys lose by 20. Stay away from it, bro.
That's what I'm thinking, bro. When I see a line like that, bro, I stay away, bro. I'm not taking the points, bro.
Vegas knows, man. They've been doing this a long time. Stay away from it, bro.
So crazy.
They looking for people like, hey, like, ooh, that's a lot of points, bro. I think I want to take that. That's exactly.
They ain't looking for me because I ain't betting. I'm just talking about what I would do in my head. But Tyler Conklin saw 6 targets last week, caught 4 of them for only 18 yards. He didn't score. The positive thing is he did see 6 targets after that big week in week 3. You know what I mean? So in this tight end landscape, like Javar said, he is a streamable option. The Lions giving up 251 yards to the tight ends. That's 8th in the NFL.
Sneaky start.
Yep. Only one of them came from a 100-yard game to one tight end. So what's that? 151 yards to the rest of the tight ends, but only one touchdown. But I do think Tyler Conklin, he looks like I like him over KJ Osborne.
Okay. Can I ask you guys a question? Slightly deviate from this game a little bit. So I did have a couple questions for you, man, real quick. First of all, man, I want to commend you, man, for the fantasy takeover, man. I'm really enjoying this league, man. I haven't played.
I appreciate that.
The two quarterback. Well, I've done 2 quarterback before, but I haven't played with 5 before. I haven't played in this type of situation or excuse me, I'm having a moment. The lineup.
It's all good, bro.
The lineup configuration, man. So how did you guys come up with that, man? And what made you guys decide to put that social justice, you know what I'm saying, piece in there? I know we kind of feeling good right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Hold on. I got to put that down. Hold on. One day we was just sitting, just like we always do, probably in the session. And I said, we should make a tournament. And then that's not how it happened?
Nah, we ain't getting the Scott Fish for like 2 years in a row. Like Paulo's been applying for it, but me and Gabe, it was like our second year applying, and so we were just talking junk. You know how we do. Like Scott don't want us in there because we're gonna win it. And now I'm at the bottom of the line in the league. Now I'm in the Scott Fish, but still, we're just talking junk. And I was like, hey man, how about we use our platform and put something together. We can create a league for a cause. Mm-hmm. And that's mainly what it stemmed from, and timing, right? So, so that's one of them situations where don't be mad where you get denied because some good things come from it. So we shout out, appreciate Scott. He let us in this year, but who knows if he let us in last year? This session takeover may not be.
It probably wouldn't have been because that's all we was trying to get into.
Right, and that kind of goes into the scoring also, bro. Like we kind of we didn't want to just use his exact scoring format, but he has such a distinct scoring format that we wanted to kind of do that with our league too, just like have it to where it wasn't just like a regular league, like it's still like a little twist to it, like so you had to do some extra research when you're drafting and stuff. So definitely Scott Fish was a big motivation for it.
As far as the social matter, it happened like last year was the first year. So, last year with all the Black Lives Matter movement stuff going on. And what I'm saying? We in a predominantly white industry for the most part. It's not a lot of voices. There's not a lot of people that look like us or whatever. And so I was talking to this white lady. I'm not gonna go into a whole story. Long story short, she was like, that was her first time seeing something like what happened to George Floyd on like in real life. She didn't think it was like real. She thought it was like, that's not happening. Then she saw like what happened. And so I was like, that's crazy. There's no way, unless she was like capping me down, I believed it. But unless she was like telling me like no, I didn't, what I'm saying? I'm so far removed from that. And so I was like, well, let's, what I'm saying? We made the idea for the tournament. I felt like that would be a good way. What I'm saying? We send out invitations, what I'm saying? We name every league after, what I'm saying? A fallen king and queen. We try to give them a shout out at the beginning of the episode. And we just make sure it's more so like for the people like her that might not have known unless I put this on the timeline. What I'm saying? We ain't got like a tremendous follow, but we what I'm saying? We go, and I feel like the more people see it, it'd be like, damn, what I'm saying? We like putting it in your face. It's like forcing you to like, you can't say you don't know. That's basically what I wanted her to know. You like, now you can't say you don't know. Now it's up to you to decide what you want to do about it.
Man, I greatly appreciate that, man. I'm rocking with it, man, because I'm in the Ma'Khia Bryant section or league, and I didn't even know what had happened to Ma'Khia Bryant, bro. So this brought awareness for me. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm new to the kind of the fantasy football space, podcasting space, all that stuff. So being able to, reach out and network with folks in this area and in this industry, also being able to see folks just like you guys, man, seeing, diverse faces, man, seeing the inclusion, man. I knew nothing about Troy King. I knew nothing about Laquan Jones. I knew nothing about Robbie from Run Boys, man. So it's been an awakening this last year and a half, man. I'm enjoying the ride, man. So again, man, salute to you young kings, man. I appreciate it.
Sure. Appreciate it. We're trying to be, you see Javada Torres Achilles. We ain't that young no more.
That's my namesake, man. I might be my cousin down there, man. Henry, man. That's the name of that's a regal name and royalty, bro. We cousins, bro. Shout out to my folks in Rome, Riverdale, everybody down there, Smyrna, everybody.
Shout out to Southside. You from the Southside?
You know what's going on?
Hey man, let them know where they can find you at. You know what I'm saying? Let them know what you got going on. We appreciate you for coming. Where you at? Intercession Takeover. What number you is?
Oh man, I'm glad you asked, man, because I think you pretty like at like 2 or 3, and I think
it's crazy,
like
but we ain't gonna talk about that.
Something like that.
Oh damn, that's crazy.
I'm right there. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you heard them. They went on, they went on
saying?
something crazy. They started talking about like 30s, and it was like, damn, you're not gonna make the playoffs. That's crazy.
Hey, I'm 35 now, but I got the savior coming. That boy Trey Lance, boy, is arrived. Trey Lance has arrived. It's all part of the plan.
Stink up the joint. You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, I hope I don't stink up the joint, man.
Yeah, but we appreciate you, man,
bro. You can catch me.
Make sure you come back next year too.
Oh, for sure. You got, man. I'm playing forever, man. You got to track me down, man. I'm in
this love. That's love.
And apologies to anybody who was in my draft, man. If I got a little unruly, I got a little rude. Hey, man, it's on you.
Yeah, hey,
it's been 2 days, bro.
Hey, I was overseeing that. Hey, I was overseeing that league, so that's me. Simba King, that's me that I was going in the chat and trying to push it along. But yeah,
apologies to anybody.
Hey, he was in there like, I'm on auto pick. Yeah. Time in that league.
My podcast, fellas. You can catch my podcast. It's called The Fellas Presents the Sports Rap. It's on Spotify. It's on Anchor. It's on Google Podcasts. Man, we try to drop weekly, man, and we're talking about everything sports related, college football, NBA, NFL, boxing, anything that's really, really popping, man. Please engage me on Twitter at CHEN313, CHEN313. I'm open for all questions, man. I would love to come back and talk to you guys and chop it up some more about fantasy football, man. And again, I love what you guys is doing, man.
Thank you. Who you got this weekend,
man? Thanks for all the support, bro.
No problem, man.
In the fight.
Thanks for having me.
Who you got in the fight?
Man, unfortunately, man, Dante, man, he got to talking about that all that armor he wore last time, man, was too heavy, and he was tired, and man, if it goes past 7 rounds, it's probably gonna be Tyson. But I'm a little worried. I heard Tyson walking around at like 290 right now, so he may be a little heavy. He may get tired in there. You know what I mean? So, but I'm going Tyson Fury, man, probably in a decision, man. But I hope Deontay can hit him with something. He gonna have to, because he ain't going to outbox him. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
I know one thing. Listening to Tyson Fury. Boy, listen to Tyson Fury talk, boy, he is hilarious, boy. I love it. He is hilarious.
I haven't heard him talk, bro.
Oh yeah, you got to hear when he's talking to smack, bro. It's crazy.
All right, bro. Jabbar don't even be.
Peace out, bro. Thanks again for stopping by, bro.
Thanks for having me, man.
No doubt.
All right, the next episode.
You got a little question real quick, Gabe.
Oh, for sure. Start Latavius Murray or Elijah Mitchell in my flex. I think we're about to get to that game right now. The 49ers, we are actually. Ooh, what you think? I like Latavius Murray against the Colts more than I like Mitchell. He's not getting the receptions, and that scares me. But neither is Latavius Murray. But they're going to run the ball more, I believe. I know they're going to run the ball with Latavius Murray more, and I know Elijah Mitchell might be splitting the work with Trey Sermon.
Yeah, I got him close. I got him 20. Yeah. I got Latavius 27 and Mitchell 29 in my rankings right now, so it is close. But I think Murray, because we just don't know what Shanahan's up to, bro. Like it might just be a Trey Sermon game just out of nowhere, or Mike Juszczyk just might keep getting all the snaps. So I'm gonna go with Murray, bro. Especially if Tyson Williams isn't active again, then we know for a fact that Latavius gonna be the lead back. So
Murray got.
I will go with him,
bro.
Murray got 18 carries last week, so. If that hints what's going to happen this week, you got to go with the carries and just see what Shanahan does with this backfield, and you can make a better decision between the two next week. But yeah, Murray is the safe play this week.
For sure. All right, our next guest, he's going to help us do the San Francisco game. That's his team, man. He's been rocking with us on Twitter since the first season. Probably been one of the first people, might have been, if not one of the first people to ask us a question on the bit. And he done asked us one every year since then, man. So we want to give a special shout out to him. He didn't know how he was going to record or nothing like that. He don't even have a podcast. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying? He been showing us love since the beginning, so I want to show you love, bro.
Real quick though, bro. Real quick, you said he was asking us questions since the first season, bro, and he's still asking us questions, bro. So I guess that means we doing something right, bro. You know what I mean, bro? If I ask somebody a question and I know they just starting out and they get one wrong, boy, or they fuck me up too bad, bro, I'm not coming back, bro. So
no, not his first season, our first season.
I know. I'm saying he was asking this question on our first season, and he's still cool with us, bro. So I guess we doing
Gage
something.
didn't understand what you.
I didn't understand. What
I got you.
Anyway, man. Yeah, for sure, man. Shout out my boy. Oh, he's still muted. I think you muted.
My bad. Sorry about that. What's good, y'all?
What's up, bro?
What's good? What's good, bro?
Man.
Welcome to the session.
Hey, man, salute you, bro.
Thank
we
you,
appreciate you, bro.
No, for reals. Hey, I appreciate you guys inviting me on. Like, for reals. Like, hey, yeah, like, you guys give solid ass advice. Like, for reals. Like, if I have like a really like a quandary, like, nah, I gotta ask them.
Yeah,
we ain't like pork sister that we can read cards. Sometimes we get it wrong, but you gotta follow the stats, bro. You gotta follow the stats.
Yep.
That's
Trust
true.
the process, live with the results, bro. That's my motto.
For
man.
sure.
Exactly. I wanted to show you guys.
Knew what's gonna happen. We'll be millionaires. What's up?
I want to show you guys one thing real quick from the final candlestick game against the Falcons.
Oh man,
How does this?
Oh man,
why are we making this a Falcon podcast? Like, listen, and the Falcons literally have a fucking highlight for every like
Other
anybody
team.
that's good has a highlight. Who is working the thing right now and keep putting up the bear? Because it's not me. My hands.
I guess Javar is too.
Anyway, man, San Francisco facing the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are 4.5 point favorites, over under of 49.5 points. How do you feel about Trey Lance officially been named the starter? Last week he came in. What he did, he ran for 7 times for 41 yards, and he had 2 passing touchdowns off 18 passing attempts. What was it, like just a half, right? Maybe in the quarter, like a quarter and a half, something like that.
Yeah. I mean,
fantasy wise, like against the Cardinals, do you feel comfortable starting him?
No, not against the Cardinals. The Cardinals are actually.
No, don't say that. Don't you say that. Take it back.
Dude, don't get me wrong. Like, one thing I learned about fantasy football is you don't play with your heart. So it's like, yeah, like I wouldn't start him, like, for reals. And I don't want like what happened with like Alex Smith. Like, you know, like they started him way too early. Like the dude's raw. He's got a cannon, but he doesn't really know how to throw with like finesse. Like he needs to start learning how to do that first. Yeah, and like there was one play in the game last week where he just like tucked his head and just ran straight into it, and he got the first down. But it's like, dude, you're a quarterback, man. You got to slide. Like, come on.
Yeah,
you're gonna get hurt.
You're definitely gonna have to learn some the ins and out of playing quarterback in the NFL, because you're not gonna get away with the stuff that you got away with in college, bro. And he gonna learn quick, probably as early as this Sunday. So, I mean, on the other hand, like maybe in 1 QB leagues, you might want to sit him just to see how it works out for him, man. But in 2 QB leagues, I think I'm fine with it just because of that rushing upside, man. Like he didn't look good at all as a passer, bro, but he still put up 20 points, and I think a lot of that had to do with his legs. So
yeah, no, definitely, yeah. I mean, he's definitely got the mobility for it, and you know, like, but he's got to learn when to slide and when to not, like, and then also like how to like just throw with a little bit more finesse on there, because like he rockets it every time. Like,
hell yeah, kind of like early Mike Vick days.
He wasn't in college for that long either, so
yeah.
So it's like he needs that experience. He's got to build it up, and then I think he's going to be great, but got to get time. Got to get the experience. Learn.
The Seahawks, you know what I'm saying, they played Thursday, so the stats a little bit off, but they currently are allowing the 3rd most fantasy points to. I don't know why I said that. They allow the 3rd most fantasy points to quarterbacks. The Seahawks. Why am I talking about that? Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know.
So we got Mitchell practicing full. So it looks like he's going to return this week. So Trey Sermon is still out there. He looked better last week. So how do you see that backfield playing out?
Well, I mean, you kind of also got to factor in Trey Lance now, because now they're going to be rushing the ball with him too. So it's going to take away rushes from all the running backs. So I don't know. And just against the Cardinals, I'm just, again, like, Niners are my team. I love them, but yeah, anyone on there like is, I mean,
risky play if you start either the running backs, pretty much.
Exactly.
The only thing I don't like is they're not seeing targets. So of course, in PPR formats, they're gonna have to score a high amount of touchdown or be very efficient in the red zone. The Cardinals are allowing the 10th fewest points to the running backs position. Positive though that they are top 10 in rushing yards allowed this year, but they only given up 1 touchdown. And like I just mentioned, you got to be like really efficient in the touchdown department if you're not getting no targets, depending on what league you're playing in, of course. They only gave up 100+ yard game this year also. So I don't know. I don't trust them. Volume is key, of course, but you don't know what the volume is going to be if it's both of them back there.
It's too tricky of a situation with the quarterback switch. Like it's kind of hard to really tell like how it's going to go.
Yeah, I like it's a wait and see for me. With the backfield, it's a wait and see. If I got a Sermon, a Mitchell, it's a wait and see. But a lot of people are hurt, so some people have to play these guys and go throw them in there. And
Sermon looked good last week. He just didn't get into the end zone.
Right.
So 19 touches for 82 yards. He looked good.
If you're throwing him out there in the flex play, they'll get you some money. You know, they ain't gonna put up no zeros. So that's far as I go with him as a desperate flex play.
Of course, you start Debo. I like Debo.
Oh man, that guy is a
monster.
He's a monster. But Brandon Ayuk, man, it might be curtains for the boy. After a touchdown week 3 with 6 targets, we assume he was going to keep going up from there. But in week 4, he saw 19% of the snaps. It's not bad. 19% decrease in the snaps, which is bad. Only targeted 3 times, only catching one of them for 15 yards. It's really, to put that into perspective, he's being targeted 10% on 10% of his routes ran. James Washington, who's ran 2 routes less, is being targeted 12% of the time, and only 3 wide receivers has been targeted at least who have ran at least 100 routes have been targeted less than him. It's just really gross out there for him.
If he don't do it this week, then yeah, because they say Kittle might not. If Kittle don't play and he don't do it this week, what the hell happened with the bro? Because last year he looked like, he was coming on and everybody was like, it's Ayuk over Debo. Like, what happened? Is it coach like mad at him or what, bro?
I told you what I think.
I'd heard rumors that with Sermon, I guess him and Ayuk had been like partying out like the night before, like the week. So they were in the doghouse.
I told you
that ain't a doghouse for a minute, bro. Like, god dang, that was freaking before the first week, bro. It's week 5, bro. Get over it.
Yeah,
Sheesh.
I know, right? Like, dude, like you got to let them play now. Like at this point, like especially because we still got that injury curse. Like last year, we had the most injuries in the league. Like everybody just kept dropping like flies.
That was another reason why he maybe could have broke out last year, because when he blossomed, when he flourished last year, it was because, I ain't gonna say because, but when he did flourish, it was a lot of other people were injured around him, so he had to go through him. You know what I mean? But I agree. I agree about the Kittle situation. Like, I feel like the targets have to go somewhere, and Ayuk is still running routes. I feel like they're taking him out on a lot of the run plays and stuff, but he's running a decent amount of routes, and I mean, he should see an uptick with Kittle out, but I don't know.
Is he out or doubtful?
Will play him.
He's
doubtful, which means he's going to be out. Like, it's like a 5% chance that doubtful players play. Yeah, so
he ain't been looking that good either.
Start him, man, but I wouldn't cut him. And if you can get him for super, super cheap, maybe just like from one of your just bench players that you're not playing, So I wouldn't cut him yet though.
Yeah, but I'll go for it.
You like it? You talking about cutting Brandon Ayuk? I think if he don't do nothing this week, especially if Kittle don't play at that point, it's like Muhammad Sanu.
It's tough. I mean, he's got to show something at least. Like,
bro.
It's because I mean, I wouldn't say cut him like right after, but maybe a week after that, if he still hasn't done it at that point, it's like, dude, like you're not going to do anything anymore. Like at this point,
exactly.
George Kittle not getting into the end zone all year. I know y'all said he was doubtful, but I didn't know that when I wrote notes. So George Kittle not getting into the end zone all year. How do you feel about that? Like as far as the fantasy aspect.
Well, what was the stat that they said? I guess that like the Niners are like the first team ever to like throw 12 touchdowns to 12 different receivers in the season. So it's like they're really like spreading it out right now. So I'm not too worried about Kittle. I mean, besides the health thing, obviously, but like in terms of like productivity, I'm pretty sure he'll pick it back up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you. He's second in the team in targets. And like Gabe said, he just lacking a touchdown. If he get a touchdown or 2 in one of those weeks, his numbers are that much better. And I think he's still like tight end 11. And we talking about he's having down. But yeah, I agree. You just gotta hang in there and keep throwing Kittle out there.
Yeah.
on the other side of the ball, we got Colin Murray. Of course, we know he's a star. Chase Edmonds and James Conner. Edmonds hasn't found the end zone either, just like George Kittle. James Conner's found the end zone twice now, back-to-back weeks. Like Carlos said the week before, or whenever he said it, as long as the Cardinals are in games where they are favored, pretty much, he should get pretty much a decent workload. And he's gotten the most red zone touches. And of course, with Colin Murray getting 6 of those red zone touches, he's going to eat into Edmonds, you know what I'm saying, just opportunities. And that's what it takes in fantasy football, volume and opportunity. The 49ers giving up the 10th most fantasy points to the running backs, and they are allowing 200 yards passing out of the backfield. That's 10th in the NFL with 33 targets. That's 8th in the NFL, and 3 rushing touchdowns, 10th in the NFL. Do you like either of these running backs this week?
If I had to pick one of them, I would probably lean towards Connor, to be honest. Actually, I'd actually asked you guys if because I traded Chase Edmonds for. Unfortunately, Jarvis Landry got hurt like literally the same week. But
did we tell you to do that?
Yeah,
that's the worst.
No, that was Javar.
Damn, I'll pass.
Javar was quiet over there. Look at.
I don't remember. You know,
but we can't predict. We can't predict.
Right. I'll just play it.
No, but luckily he's just on the injured reserve for like 4 weeks, so it's cool. Like, because I have Aaron Jones and Gibson, so like I'm good at running back. Like he was and I still have Singletary too.
And he playing like a standard league too, so that right? Is this the standard league you're talking about?
3 receivers.
No, I'm talking about like standard scoring.
Oh, no, it's standard 0.5 or 1 full point for PPR.
0.5.
No, standard is no points at all.
No PPR.
Right.
No, okay, we're doing one PPR.
Okay.
Oh man, see, you might have been confusing me because you be saying standard. So standard mean they don't take points for receiving. Oh man, we might have gave you some bad advice.
No,
just
if you don't have all the information, then it's
it's all good. The wide receiver situation is pretty gross out there. What is it?
Yeah.
So y'all starting both of them? Both of the running backs?
I'm starting. I think Connor is a fringe start. Like I said, he got 40% of the snaps last week, and he got 2 touchdowns in both weeks back to back. I think it just depends on what
is it a high scoring game?
Yes, I think it is.
I don't think so.
I think it's 40. I got 49 and a half.
I don't mind him as a flex play because, like you said, he has been scoring a lot back-to-back weeks,
and a lot of running backs are hurt this week too.
I think both of them are decent flex plays. I like Edmonds a little bit more safer in PPR leagues, but
for sure,
yeah.
I mean, you definitely hoping for a
touchdown
touchdown
reports
from
though, because Chase is game time decision. I guess he got injured, or I don't know when he got injured, but report just came out today about him being a game time decision. So just pay attention, because if he doesn't go, then Connor is almost a must play.
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. Yeah, if he doesn't play, for sure, you got to put him in. Like even if
okay.
Oh, go for it. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Right on. No, I was gonna say, yeah, if Edmonds, even if he does play, I feel like Connor's gonna vulture. Like he's gonna vulture all the TDs.
Oh wait, yeah, he's on. Yeah, definitely.
If not him, Colin Murray.
Exactly. Yeah.
Colin Murray. I'm sorry. Every time I hear y'all say Colin Murray like that, I just think about Charlie Murphy.
I think you said that one already. I don't even. I think I did the same thing. Why did you say it?
All right, go ahead.
You see, Dave Chappelle has another show out.
Yeah,
I did. I haven't watched it yet. I might check it out tonight.
I met him twice.
Yeah, definitely go watch it.
Twice.
Yeah, apparently he really likes San Francisco.
He must be famous or something. The wide receiver situation is looking, you know what I'm saying, people are questioning like trading DeAndre Hopkins, which would never be spoken of. No double-digit targets all year. He does lead the team in routes ran though, so we expect that volume to come back. It just has to. The 49ers are 16th in fantasy points given up to the wide receivers. They're tied for 4th in touchdowns given up to the wide receivers. AJ Green is 2nd on the team in routes ran. He's top 30 in the whole NFL with 135 routes, and he's being targeted on 18% of his routes on the high-powered offense with 6 targets every week. I mean, literally every week he's got 6 targets, and he's been efficient with them last week, catching, I think, 5 both of the last 2 weeks, and he had 2 touchdowns this year. Christian Kirk, I know a lot of people was talking about him last week, third on the team in targets with 113, only 16% of his routes, only being targeted on 16% of his routes and running 90% of them in the slot. How do you feel? What's the order that you would start them?
I mean, you can't not start Hopkins. I mean, the dude can just blow up at any point. I mean, it's like he's just talented. He's one of the best. So it's like you got to start him one for sure. If I had to choose, I would probably go with Kirk. It seems like he's a little more of like a safety blanket, like for Colin Murray. Like that, yeah, I would probably go Kirk second.
So AJ, I like AJ.
Yeah,
would you start AJ if you had AJ?
I'm just scared he'd get hurt again. I mean, dude, like gets hurt all the time. Yeah, I know exactly. I mean, it's like true, but I don't know. I mean, like, yeah, he has been getting targeted a lot, and I mean, it's just hard to say. Like, it's always in like the back of my head with that. Like, what if he just like slips and just like that's it?
I'm gonna mind him as a flex play. It seemed like he's Kyler Murray red zone. You know, if Hopkins doubled or Hopkins covered up, it looked like he's going to AJ Green when he gets to the red zone. So that gives him a lot of upside. So yeah, I like it. Hopkins, AJ Green, and then Kirk for me.
What you got, Lowe's?
Hopkins, probably AJ too, just because he's seeing a consistent amount of targets every week. So I guess if you need safety though, AJ Green, and then if you need the upside, then I wouldn't mind Kirk because he just has that big play potential. So just depends what you need, but just off the top, Hopkins, AJ, and then Kirk.
Rondale Moore, anybody?
No, straight.
Not until he gets more routes. Not until he gets more snaps and routes ran.
Nope.
Sure. Max Williams, he saw the touchdown. He got a touchdown last week. I think he's had at least 5 targets in the last 2 weeks. If I wouldn't start him this week, but if you do have him, on the waiver wire, and if you're looking for a tight end, I think he's stashable at this point.
Just to see how it goes. Just
to see how it goes. I mean, the tight ends is pretty gross out there. So you're looking for anybody that's getting 5 targets every week. So that's what you're looking for. Looking for the trend.
Yeah, tight ends in my league are hella like that. Like Pitts. Remember, like I told you, like I got that offer to like trade for him. And I got Goddard, which he actually did pretty good last week.
Except that week I needed him to do it.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks.
No, it doesn't.
I was thinking about doing like the DJ Moore trade for him for Kyle Pitts, but it's like, dude, there's no tight ends. Like, there's literally none, and I can plug in a receiver and I'll be good. So it's like,
yeah, for sure. Hey, you got anything you want to shout out?
Shit, no, my daughter.
For sure, man. We appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for all the support. Thanks for all the support, bro. And thanks again for stopping by, bro. Whenever you want to stop by again, just let us know, bro. Always welcome.
For sure. I love your guys' chemistry. Like, your guys' banter is fucking funny as shit, dude, for reals.
Yeah. And they get mad at me. They get mad at me because the episode be too long, and now we're like, because they be just want to shoot people. They want to go play Warzone. You know what I mean? Like, I've been trying to talk to the people. I'm trying to talk to the people. But nah, man, we appreciate you, bro.
Keep doing what you guys are doing, man. You guys are awesome, for reals.
For sure, man. Appreciate you,
bro.
All right, man. You have a good night.
You too.
You too, bro.
All right. Coming up next. Oh shit. Who's next? So Brennan didn't have no Twitter. Oh, hello.
Nah, I think we got Dweez next.
Oh, okay. Hello, Tyler. If you want to subscribe, you got a question? I don't know, but subscribe. Make sure you follow. So Dweez, you know what I'm saying? He's one of the most favorite guests on the show. He was going to be on the show for the rest of the episode.
Dweez in the
house. Oh my God.
He's been in hiding. Hold on, but let me finish what I was saying. I was saying.
I got a lot to say.
Dweez, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to leave you in the back. You know what I'm saying? I was pretty excited about you too, but I was going to give a proper introduction. You know what I mean?
Please.
But, you know what I'm saying? You were supposed to go next. But my boy Brendan, he on West Coast time. I forgot about him because he don't have no Twitter, and I had just texted him like, you trying to be on the show because you be fucking with us, and he'd be like, yeah, but then he not on the Twitter, so I just forgot to put him on there. So actually, we'll just let's just all be on here. Brendan, we'll do your game first because I know you probably got to go do something, and so we'll get you out of here. I know you got to go
watch the Dodger game, man.
For sure. I got you, bro. I got you.
Let's get bro.
Brendan, I mean, Deweese is gonna be on. Deweese is gonna be on here the rest of the show anyway.
For sure.
So,
what's up, Brendan?
How you doing?
Let's
man?
start off with your game. Brendan is another degenerate, so I know you probably already know the line yourself. What is the Colts? First of all, shout out to you, man. Thank you for supporting us and all that you do. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
My boy, I know him. I don't know how many years, but we met on a ship, a gray ship, full of metal.
Yep.
In the ocean.
Cell block 5-1.
Cell block 5-1, man. Nah, man. But shout out to you, bro. Shout out to everything. He just joined one of the dynasty leagues, and then next thing I know, he was in every league that we start up. So that was crazy. And then now we play Warzone together. Well, they play Warzone together. I don't really play it. But anyway, man, shout out to you, the Colts fan. The Colts versus Baltimore Ravens, right? Monday Night Football. We didn't even get to do our song, but it's cool. How you feel about the Colts situation in fantasy football? Not Jared, but Carson Wentz, no ankles.
So it's better this week. He said that his left one is perfectly fine. It's not an issue, which, I'm actually happy he's gutting it out. Like because we know the story in Philadelphia, he's made of glass and everything else like that. But I think he knows that this is the last chance he's got. He's got to go out there and play. And against Tennessee, it showed how just immobile he was. It was a nightmare. But, I mean, I'm glad that he played. He gutted it out. And then Miami, he looked a lot better. And this week, I guess he looks a lot better too. So, but Baltimore's got a legit defense, always has. That's what they're known for year in, year out. So he's got to be a little bit more quicker on his feet this time around. So, but for fantasy purposes, I mean, it's not good. Double flex, super flex, it's different. I'd start him, but
it's good for the skill players, though. I mean, he's getting Pittman involved. But, I mean, he has like a 26% target share so far this year, so he's looking like the guy out there, bro.
Pittman is a must start, and for sure, wide receiver 2 or even flex. He's gotten 12 targets game 2, 12 targets game 3, and then 8 last week, and we were up big in the end. So, but Carson loves Michael Pittman. That's a for sure guy. If you're looking to trade for, he's a safe floor every time. He's going to get probably 10 targets a game just because he's reliable to him.
I like Pittman.
How you feel about that running back situation? You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Taylor it's almost like a force field around the red zone for him, but everybody drafted him in the first round. So people are mad.
12 touches in the end zone and no touchdowns is very frustrating. But it's last week it was a lot better for him. Obviously, he got in the end zone. He had a big break. He had a lot of touches, 16 attempts for 107 yards. That's what I expect moving forward because Reich their coach made it very clear he wants to give JT the ball. Obviously, Marlon Mack's requesting the trade. Mack's super talented. I love him, but he definitely needs to go play with a team that can use him. And it should be Jonathan Taylor getting at least 20 touches and Nyheim Hines getting at least 10, whether it's passing or just running the ball because he's a scat back and he can move the ball differently.
I like it. JT must start. You got to fire him up in there. I know it's a little disappointing, but like you said, he's getting the carries in the red zone. He's going to pull through eventually. Nyheim Hines, he have a week on, he have a week off against this Baltimore defense. I'd rather sit him if you can, but it's an ugly landscape out there.
They're going to utilize him more. I think he's an RB2 for sure this week.
Hines?
Last week,
JT. Sorry, I thought you were
okay. No, I was talking about
Hines. No, Hines is different. Hines is definitely if you are thinking of a flex play, I don't know, depending on who you have. I wouldn't start Hines this week. It's just I don't know. I would definitely start. The guys would start from the Colts. It'd be Jonathan Taylor
every third week,
right? Every third, and last week, JT got more targets out of the backfield than Hines. So I just
Hines also fumbled the ball near his shoulder. So I don't know if that had any significant towards it. He went full practice today. So I think he's going to play Monday. There's no lines of anything like that. So
question for the room. Question for the room. If y'all seem to like Jonathan Taylor, right? He's playing like shit right now.
I'm not his favorite.
All right, the rest of you guys. So he's a buy low target. What are you willing to give up to buy Jonathan Taylor low right now?
I don't think nobody.
I traded him away in one of my leagues. Hold on.
I'll never trade a guy when he's playing like shit, Gabe. Jesus.
I traded him in the beginning of the season.
Okay.
I traded him.
For example, a trade that happened in my league was Jonathan Taylor, Brandon Cooks, or Dalvin Cook.
I would have held Jonathan Taylor.
Say that one more time.
It was Jonathan Taylor and Brandon Cooks for Dalvin Cook. That was a trade.
It's a great trade.
I thought it was too. I thought
that's a good trade. That's a good trade.
Brandon, if you really believe, but Brandon Cooks for me is like a trade now target just because.
Fucking man.
I think he's a trade block candidate for some other team. I think he's going to get traded and they're going to sell him.
That's something I don't want for this year though.
I don't either, but I
hate receivers can switch the teams.
The Texans are going to trade. They're going to get a nice like second rounder out of him, or
he got to agree to it. I think he got to no trade in there.
To answer your question, Dweez, like it seems like I probably wouldn't be trying to buy him after this week that he just had against Miami. Man, he had almost like a breakout game. He had like 19 or 20 points. So I would wait until he has another down game and maybe like a RB2 and like it Cooks if you're deep at receiver, like some type of RB2 in that range, maybe like a Gibson, maybe because Gibson has.
I think that's what I did too.
Yeah, so. Anybody that's in that RB2 range, because I think Taylor is going to be like that, back in RB1 down the stretch like he was towards the end of last year. So,
what if you could throw Cordero Patterson in with the flex running back?
Oh, I'd do it.
Yes, trade Cordero if you can.
Yeah, I know you guys are Falcons fans, but
Falcons podcast.
30%
every time, bro. Every time.
Cordero Patterson only getting 30% of the backfield usage. So trade him. Right now, if you can, basically, he cannot be that efficient.
That is so crazy how he's just like a touchdown machine right now.
Right. So you got for the Colts only start JT, Michael Pittman for sure. Wentz's quarterback 2 leagues. You can
I would start him in the He's actually moving the ball. He's not turning over the ball. He's moving the ball forward, and he's doing everything correctly because Reich is breaking it down very simple. And just making it short go routes and then maybe little deep throws here and there. I mean, it's what they did in Philly, and it's working.
Hey, Milkman, what do you like about what do you think about Mo Alley Cox, the big boy?
Gigantor? Yeah, I love
Gigantor. What do you think about him this week?
I think last week was like we could say a fluke, but I think moving forward he's gonna be a red zone threat for sure. They're gonna use him in the red zone a lot because that's what they did last week.
6'10", 6'9",
6'5".
He's 6'9", dude. He's huge.
Dude is tall as fuck, bro.
Dude, wow, they got it messed up on what's called. They got him at 6'5" on.
Was Doyle hurt last week? Because he's playing a lot more than Doyle.
Commentary. He wasn't hurt in practice. Like it's just weird because Kyle Granson, we drafted in the 3rd round. He's gonna be a receiving tight end going forward. They're gonna use him a lot. He's what Frank Wright used in Philly towards what's the tight end name?
Ertz.
Not yes, he'll be like sort of like what Ertz is to them. That's what he wants to use him towards.
With the blonde hair or without the blonde hair?
Without the blonde hair.
All right, sorry. I was looking down. It took so forever to navigate ESPN's fantasy app, bro. But I finally found the trade. It's gross now that I look at it. Jonathan Taylor for DJ Chark and AJ Brown. I needed wide receivers, but I had
no at the beginning of the season. That's a fine trade.
That's because it's
speculative. It's speculative. You can't hit on all of those.
Exactly.
Well,
I got Swift. I already got Swift.
Most could probably hit on all of those, but Gabe, you can't hit on all of them.
Nah.
I don't even know what just happened.
It was a good trade at the time because he had drafted like 4 running backs.
4 running backs for sure.
Oh, so
he drafted running backs for the first 4 rounds, bro.
Because I came onto I got auto drafted twice.
Been there.
I got auto drafted twice, and then I just had to make a trade.
This guy getting auto drafted. Look at him.
I turned it into like Terry McLaurin. Nobody gave me a text message. It's not like we don't have each other's phone number.
He's
crazy.
got that dial up. It just sometimes disconnects.
Nah, we were just in like a Facebook group, message group, and everything. So
who uses that?
Hold on. Ravens were starting in this game.
Yeah, let's talk about the Ravens. I like of course Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Lamar Jackson's a must start. I would definitely start Marquise Brown. Our defense, we play a lot of zone. So it's just because our cornerbacks are not the greatest. We haven't had a Pro Bowl cornerback since Vontae Davis.
Stud, though.
It's something that we're gleaming. I'm hoping to fix. I was like, as a Colts fan, it's just we're such a small market team. So like, I was like, oh, Stephon Gilmore. I had to remind myself, it ain't gonna happen. Like, it's not. He'd be nice to have, nice little addition, but we play a lot of zones, so it opens up a lot of like the short game. We just don't allow big plays. So, I mean, Sammy Watkins, if you're really desperate and a flex play wouldn't be bad, just because a lot of the short routes will be there. So a lot of the dump offs, whoever they go towards.
Where the fuck you go?
I don't know where you are. Running back wise, I mean, I guess the thing Latavius Murray is the lead back. Like
he is. Well, as
he
of
is.
now, yeah.
He disappointed a lot. He disappointed me and so many others with Tyson Williams being a healthy scratch.
That's the one thing I will say about us is we're actually a pretty decent run defense. Now, passing defense is a different thing, but run defense, I actually, Darius Leonard, DeForest Buckner, Grover Stewart, all those guys, they're actually really good at stopping the run. So my goal this week is actually limit to under 100 yards. I hope we actually stop it. That's actually like my one thing. I know they wanted to break it, but I feel like we can do it. I feel like we're gonna make them pass a lot, and that's gonna be bad on us. But I would start Lamar. I would start Latavius. Marquise Brown's the must start. He's just been on fire. Obviously, you start Mark Andrews on their side. Who else do they have? I mean, Sammy Watkins. It's a flex play if you're really desperate.
Desperation flex.
Yeah. Who else do they have? They have
Is anybody concerned about Lamar, like this injury thing? I haven't been reading too close, but I saw he missed a bunch of time this week. I don't even know what the injury was.
No. I think he's been doing that ever since he flipped into the end zone.
In the end zone in the Chiefs, I guess for his back. Like,
what a bitch!
He's been coming out here.
Bone up, dude. If you're gonna play in the league, bone the fuck up. You're gonna run the ball. You got to deal with some shit.
They mentioned him wearing extra pads, and he said that he didn't want to wear extra pads. So,
he's still been producing. The only thing is he doesn't have that
defense,
touchdown.
If you want to look at last week, Denver's got a really good defense. They're probably top 5 in the league. So,
and he lit them up through the air.
And he did, but
he only threw for one touchdown. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Hollywood touchdown was.
That's okay. He runs. It's okay.
Yeah, but people drop. But he hasn't ran for. He only ran for one touchdown also.
And he's still quarterback 10. What are you saying?
I'm not saying anything. Well, I'm saying something right now.
You know if you didn't fucking take off, Jafar. Jesus.
Yeah, motherfucker. Don't come in here like asking me what I'm saying.
I know where I'm backstage, but I heard what was going on.
Hey, I did something funny the other minute, just a minute ago. Like I have AirPods in, but like I said, hey, I couldn't hear you, so I leaned forward. But like it did nothing to change how much I hear. So anyway, man,
never change.
But you got we got something for the that was it. That's all you got for the Ravens side of the ball.
That's it.
I mean, if you still play with defenses and kickers, Justin Tucker.
No, we don't do that.
Yeah,
we don't do that here.
Of course not. So, but the Ravens defense, I wouldn't be opposed to starting them against us. The Colts defense is it's a scary thought, but other than that, not much.
Oh man, shout out to you. We're gonna let you answer a question. How do you feel about Calvin Ridley, and what do you do with Calvin Ridley? He's not playing on Sunday, and he hasn't been looking
next week. And he got a bye week next week. So
he hasn't been looking top 5 wide receiver-ish. You know what I'm saying this year?
It's been
in
Patterson.
The league with Los and Javar for my dynasty league. I actually took him as my first overall pick with Najee Harris, and it's been. As someone who owns him, it's been frustrating because, obviously, you guys they're just spreading the ball out, and Calvin's not getting the touches that you're so used to seeing. He's had one good week? Was it week 3?
The one where he scored a touchdown. Yeah,
the one he scored a touchdown. Other than that, he's just been very average.
Yeah,
he has, man. To me, I feel like he's a perfect buy low, bro. He is 3rd in the league in targets. They just haven't been connecting downfield like we're accustomed to seeing them to do, bro. But I think that's as long as he's still getting the volume, bro, averaging over 10 targets a game, I think he's going to be perfectly fine, bro. Like him and Diggs, bro, perfect buy lows right now, bro.
If all the way I trade, I trade Ridley, but if you're in a pinch where you need somebody to play for you these 2 weeks, then I would understand trade for Ridley. But I think he should come back and do well. As a Falcon fan, unfortunately at the moment, Ridley has dropped a lot of football.
And Michael Carter for Calvin Ridley.
Brandon and Michael Carter
Brandon Cooks and Michael Carter. If you need a running back,
oh no, bro. I don't like Carter that much, bro.
He's never that bad.
You need somebody. You need somebody better in a better offense that's gonna get, better touches. He's gonna get some touches, but as we've seen, all touches ain't good touches.
I actually like Michael Carter going forward. His projections moving up quite a bit.
He's a good stash for the end of the year. He's a good stash for the end of the year.
Yep. Dynasty stash.
But even in redraft, I think the second half of the year, though, I think he's already starting to see his snap counts rise and stuff. So I think in the second half of the year, I think he'll be the guy out there.
Any insight?
You might have to move Calvin Ridley. I think Calvin Ridley is going to come on. He missed a lot of passes. I know the last game he missed like 2 or 3. He missed 2 deep balls, and he missed another 15 to 10-yard catch he usually make. He just dropped it. So he done dropped a couple passes in the last few games. So he's going to come on. It's just hard to sell Ridley right now because you're not going to get what you should get for him. But 0-4, bro, you got to bust the move. You can't have
you can't keep the same team. You can't. Yeah,
you can't have Ridley on your bench.
Don't sell him low. Don't sell him low.
Right. Don't sell him low. Get some work out of him,
bro. I'm not selling low, bro. I'm not about to be looking crazy.
Has anybody?
You guys know why he's not going to the game in London?
It says it's not an injury. It just says personal reason.
I know it's personal. I'm assuming does he have a child? Like,
he fucking hates foreigners.
He does have a baby.
I don't think he had a baby.
Yes, he does. He has a little. I probably I follow him on some website.
He's saying, is he having a newborn? Not.
Oh no. He's not having a newborn right now. No, he's not.
Baby.
He had a baby though. Well, his baby like a year and a half or something.
Yes, he has a daughter.
Man, not be because he having a baby, bro. What the fuck, bro?
But even still, owning Calvin Ridley, it's funny, Holly. Hey, Holly, you want to ask?
Well, we need you, bro. What the hell?
Hey, Holly, you want to ask Javar and Los who's first in their division in the Dynasty League I'm in?
Whatever, man. Whatever. Just be happy. Just be happy. AJ Brown got hurt week 3, bro, and got me 0.6, and I lost by 0.5, bro. Whatever. Ask Brennan who beat him in that league that he's talking about, though.
No,
it doesn't matter. I'm 3-1, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does matter. I beat you when we played.
Where you up?
Shit, it does matter.
Carlos being so bad.
Hey, Holly, ask who won the Secret Dynasty League last year.
All right, bro. Anyway, man, shout out to Brennan, man. Appreciate you for coming down here.
Stop talking about that. Goddamn.
We appreciate you, man. You got anything to shout out or whatever you want to do?
Nah, man. I'm just gonna say go Colts. I know all these Ravens fans keep talking about how we took away Baltimore from them, but that's old news. I don't care. So I'm hoping that Carson Wentz turns it around this season. I actually like him as a quarterback. I hope he gets vaccinated for fuck's sake. But Jesus, I actually like him going forward as our QB1. If he doesn't, if we start losing, man, tank. I don't want to give Philly a first-round pick.
For sure. My parting words with you is, man, this is a podcast that could be seen by millions of people next time. Turn your light on. But we out.
I know. Next time we'll do. I promise. I was here an hour ago, like you said, so it was actually light in here. So.
CPT.
Hey, what did it say on the first line? It said we are on CPT time. Times are tentative. You didn't read. Readers are leaders.
Jeez,
peace out, bro. Appreciate you, bro.
Peace, bro. Thanks for the support. Thanks for stopping by, bro.
Adios, Milkman. You just said something there, Gabe. Readers are fucking leaders. God, I love that. I'm gonna write that.
Wise person told me that. No.
I'm a wise man. Look, man, I'm glad I got the spotlight here for a second. Y'all just mute your mics. Just shut the fuck up. Let me say something. Oh, it's your show. No, look, I was telling my wife about this because, I had to neglect my marital duties to join you guys on the show, and she got mad. So I told her how influential I was to the beginning of this show, how like y'all wouldn't have a podcast if it wasn't for your boy Tweez not stepping in and fucking mentoring you guys on the ins and outs and technical what's-its. Told my kids too, very proud of the charitable work, but it's how I live my life, man. I give to the less fortunate, and you guys happen to fall into that category. So you're welcome. I'll take half of the credit for 100 episodes, maybe.
Deal.
40% of the credit for 100 episodes.
You don't even got the record for being on here the most times, though.
Yeah, because I'm fucking amazing.
No, you don't have it. You don't have it.
Oh shit. Who is it?
I think Portman got it.
But I think he's second.
You up there though? You might be second.
I will say this: first time I was on.
He's the same as he was on the same ones as Port. He was on the session panel. He was on the little award show. We had him on. And we went,
fuck yeah!
And then he had his own personal show.
And we actually went to his show before too. So
there you go.
That is
the
true.
first time I was on the show was I think the episode, maybe 2 episodes after Pork in season 1.
Mm-hmm. That's when we first started bringing out guests.
We go back. Pork's good, man.
Right.
Pork's good. Some of these other,
he's the OG, Gabe. Leave him alone. OG, triple OG.
Some of these jokers he had on here were fucking just boring as shit and way too nice.
Come on.
Like way too nice to you guys. You gotta fucking you gotta. All right, so for your 100th episode,
wait. What? Hey, you are hilarious. Top 5, bro. You might be one of the funniest people I've ever met. Pause.
Yeah, I brought you gifts.
Okay.
There's one thing that your show is missing. And if you paid any attention to my podcast, when it existed, it doesn't anymore.
I was about to ask you about that. Why you do that?
Oh, because there was some infighting. One of my co-hosts slept with one of my co-hosts' wife, and they found out on air. I had to edit that out of the show because it got very.
That is wild.
The police showed up. It was fucking wild, man. Like shit.
Shut up, bro. I don't believe you, bro.
We were outside at the time, and we were sitting at my. I have like a wooden picnic table, like an old school picnic table, out on my deck. Okay, so we were sitting out there doing this show outside because COVID, right? And you don't want to go inside because y'all gonna die. But the one motherfucker broke a piece of the wooden elbow to shit, broke a piece of the table off, and went at the other dude with a piece of the table. We had to call the police. What? It was crazy. So we ended the show.
Should we edit this out or what?
This is wild.
Okay, we're live.
Look, if you're gonna fuck your buddy's wife, you deserve to get called out on it. Anyway,
on live during podcast
on the fantasy football.
Oh, it wasn't live, but during the recording. That's wild.
It was. We only ever record. We didn't go live. I knew better. Come on.
Yeah.
There's shit that came out of our mouths on that show. If I went live, dude, fuck.
It was up there.
Wow, y'all some wild boys for real.
So back to my original point here. I mean, 2 hours into the fucking show, nobody's listening anymore, but it's fine.
We didn't expect it to be 2 hours, but we do be getting views, bro. Shout out to us.
I know you did. Shout out to us. You piece of shit. What do you think of my mustache today? Anyway, let's focus up. I brought you guys gifts. The one thing that we nailed on my podcast that we got right from the very beginning, outside of the drinking, Los, take note, was our nicknames. Like, we all went by nicknames, okay? Partially because most of us worked in the public sector and we didn't want our names out there for the shit that was going down on air. I'm trying to read the notes here. Sorry, I can't multitask. But yeah, nicknames are solid. Nicknames make everybody feel like they're part of the family. Okay, so I brought you guys some nicknames. I decided I'm gonna give you nicknames that you can use for a small fee moving forward. I have some choices for some of you, but who wants to go first?
Javar.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, nobody says me. Javar, you'll go first. We'll go first with Javar. Now, Javar, you're the last one I met, right? It took like till season fucking 3 for me to meet you. I went on their show. They came on my show a couple of times. And my nickname for you is real simple. Like 3 years into this, you've been doing this shit for 3 years. Like, we're supposed to get better at what we do over time. But I don't know if Lois and Gabe remember this, but the very first time I spoke to them, I gave them a critique about you. And it hasn't gotten any better.
No.
Your nickname, like they're kind. Your nickname is going to be your nickname from here on out is just going to be Q Card, because you clearly read every word that you say on the podcast. Like you gotta get better at going off the cuff a little bit. Like just practice once, and then you won't have to. It won't sound like you're reading it. It's fine. Like there's nothing wrong. Be who you are.
Nope, I'm going with the monologue.
Monologue. I told him about the monologue.
My wife thought I should call you Matilda instead. You know, the little girl that reads a lot. But I say cue card.
That's
it
hard.
Sounded better. Los, we're gonna go next just because of what you're doing now. I've got a few options for you. First of all, I think the herbalist sounds really nice. I've literally never seen you without a puff of smoke in your face. So that is one option. But for the very few times that I have seen you without that puff of smoke in your face, okay, I think we should call you short and curly because you got that pube beard.
I can't help it, bro. You ever seen Ricky Bobby, bro? He was like, I don't know what to do with my hands, bro. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Forget your hands. We're talking about your beard now. You got pubes on your face. We're going to call you short and curly. The last option.
Speaking of that, you seen the Jackass movie and the dude that they had a scene where they put the dude in the trunk and it was like, and they did fake gunshots, but they put a fake beard on him, and it was the pubes of all the guys. They cut it off and put a fake beard.
I do remember that.
Bro. That was wild. He started throwing up and everything when he found out. It was that scene was hilarious.
Hey, Javar, you too happy about the pubes? It's not a pube
podcast. Bro. You had to see the scene, bro. They put the dude in the back of the truck. They made it seem like the dude was hijacked by a Taliban guy. So they made it seem like he was hijacked by a Taliban guy. I put him in the back of the trunk. And they made it seem like the taxi driver killed this friend. So he in the back of the truck thinking the taxi driver done killed this friend. And it was wild, bro. You got to see that scene, bro. It was so funny.
Clearly, Los loved it. He's been emulating it ever since.
Whatever, bro.
Listen, Carlos. My last nickname for you, I think you'll like it a little bit better. You can choose any one of these. We're going to call you Sancho or Sancho. We can call you Sancho. You can add the Panza at the end. You know who Sancho Panza is?
I'm about to Google it.
Readers are leaders. Come on. This is from Don Quixote, Cervantes, fucking hundreds of years ago. Don Quixote was a knight. He was the dumbest motherfucker. He used to fight windmills with his sword. Sancho Panza was his sidekick, his number two, the guy who knew what the fuck he was doing. I give you that nickname because clearly Gabe runs this podcast, but he doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. As his sidekick and stud, I believe you deserve the moniker Sancho moving forward.
Hey, appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it, my guy.
Not my stud. I don't know what that means.
I taught him everything they know, my guy. You know
that or the face pubes. Okay. You can pick.
Gabe,
yours aren't. I like
the Sancho. I like the Sancho.
There you go. Gabe, yours is.
Hey, I'm looking at the character, skin color, and beard. Y'all favor a little bit, Carlos.
I'm telling you, he's also got.
He's a little heavy set though, but y'all favorite Carlos.
I think. You mean Los is a little heavy set?
No, I'm saying, I'm saying the cartoon character of Sancho Panza. They favor him and Carlos favor each other. Panzo is just a little bit heavy set. That's what I said.
Gabe, before I give you your nicknames, they're not as funny, but I do want to point out that I beat the fucking shit out of you last week in our league. 70 points I beat you by.
Yeah. But what happened though? Something happened.
That's what happened.
Cordell Patterson.
Cordell Patterson. We should also at some point off air maybe have a conversation about these TikToks because you're too goddamn old to be making these things.
I'll be thinking that same thing, but it'd be hilarious. I'll be thinking.
He said, "I'll be thinking this thing."
Like, no matter like how like funny they are, that should be taking so long because I'm so old. I'll be feeling like.
Do you get pointers from your daughter, Gay? Do you go to your daughter? You play?
I wish I should. Hell,
right? He said I should.
Anyway, your nicknames aren't as funny, but we're gonna call you Toto from now on. Toto, like the little puppy from
Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, but that's not. It's not from that, right? It's Toto because you are by trade an IT guy, right?
Allegedly.
The classic IT solution. Turn it off, turn it on. Toto.
For
Get
sure.
it? My wife told me that one was a stretch. We could call you Squid.
I was trying to put it together, but I was gonna let you finish. I was gonna let you pause.
We could call you Squid. I called that out earlier already today. For those of you that don't know, in the Navy, you're real good at going straight. You can't turn so much. This is why the other arms of the military refer to you derogatorily as a squid. Or
I'm not gonna lie. Wait. Before everybody hear the third one, I'm not gonna lie. The first two is very disappointing. Very disappointing. So
yeah, I know. That's why I did yours last. Your last one is Shamit. Okay. You know what Shamit is?
No, I don't. Like Shaman King.
Like you're shitting and you're vomiting at the same time, just shit coming out of both ends. We're gonna call you Shamit. because some of the shit you say, man, fucking has got me coming out both ends.
Oh man.
You don't want to listen to us, though.
No. I believe.
Make sure to remind us when he get one right, though, boy. That boy loves ain't no big.
Well,
I get more. If you look at what I'm writing instead of hearing what I'm saying, because sometimes I have to make controversy. You got to make controversy. That's what makes a good show.
You are in second.
It's 100 points. It's 100. It's 100 episodes. You got to make controversy.
Yeah, I know you're in second place in your tournament, so it can't be that bad.
Call me Charlemagne the Gabe.
No,
I'm sure.
You don't even know. Do you know who Charlemagne is? Like Charlemagne the God.
I mean, I know who the actual Charlemagne is.
In the black community, we have a radio host called Charlemagne the God. He is on.
Yes,
one
I
of the
know
biggest...
who Charlemagne is. I watched the show.
So I'm Charlemagne.
I know who Charlemagne is.
Right.
He thought he was putting you on, boy.
Right.
Oh, man, no. I knew he was. I knew it. That shit is funny. But anyway, man, let's get into why. Am I done with my name? But why am I Shaman? No, go ahead. I didn't want to cut you off, but
Shaman.
I just didn't like him, bro. I thought you was gonna come like a little bit funnier.
No, I'm not funny.
I didn't say it.
Bringing you a nickname. You need a
say
nickname.
Shaman.
Oh, because shit out. Okay, yes, for sure.
No, well, I mean, like technically, the holly bear, the fucking holly berry off of the bush is gonna make you shit and fucking puke all over the place at the same time. So it fits in multiple. It's got layers. It's like an onion.
Oh, it's like a triple entendre. Don't ask me how.
Yeah, quad.
Y'all are wild, bro.
But hey, man, shit, we've been here too long. Let's get into why
should we talk about a game?
Probably so, bro.
Yeah, let's do it.
We should probably clip this because this is gold.
No?
Yeah,
dude, I don't care. I don't fucking care.
I feel like so, bro. You're a Chicago Bears fan, though, right? Y'all play Sunday night.
Love me the Bears. Love me the Bears. Hurts every day.
Oh no, I play afternoon. It's the afternoon game. The Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. 5.5 point favorite for the Raiders. How do you feel about them going forward? Justin Fields is your starter. He was supposed to be the saving grace. He's officially been named a starter going forward for the rest of the season.
Terrible.
I think Andy Dalton looked way better than him. So how you feel about how you think he's going to fare against the Raiders?
First of all, let's tell the people to get the over-under right now in this game is 44 or 44.5, depending on your book. Take the under. Mm-hmm. But I'll explain why as we move on. Don't bet the line. Don't bet the money line, but take the under on this game all day. Part of the reason you can't bet the line is because Matt Nagy's a piece of shit human being, and he won't fucking tell us who's calling plays. If we knew who was calling plays, I could tell you exactly how this game was going to go.
That should be so annoying, bro.
It's the fucking worst. He won't even tell us after the fact. Like, he wouldn't tell us who called the plays last week. Like, just fucking say it. Everything goes through me. I'm the head coach. Let's not forget. Fucker needs to be fired today.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody that's going to be fired right there. That sounds like somebody that's going to be fired.
Can I tell you briefly why Bill Lazor does need to be calling the plays? I'm going to. I don't need your permission, okay? I've got the spotlight. Over the last 2 seasons, if you look at the last 2 seasons, Lazor called plays for, I think, 5 or 6 games last year, and he called the plays last week. When Bill Lazor's calling plays, 53% of the plays he calls are runs versus just 38 for Nagy, okay? Bill Lazor, his run plays go for 4.5 per carry, 3.5 for Nagy. Bill Lazor's pass plays, because he uses the run to set that shit up, 7.7 yards per attempt, 5.5 for fucking Matt Nagy. And if you just look at those games and those games that they called plays for, in the Lazor games, they averaged 28 points of offense. In the Nagy games, they averaged 16 points of offense. You tell me why the fuck Matt Nagy took the play calling back in the playoffs last season. Anybody? Because he's a piece of shit.
Bro.
He want to be fired.
Yeah. He wants to be the guy. He's always got somebody out there that just wants to be the leader of everything. Yep, definitely.
Bill Lazor. I don't know who the fellow sports rap is.
Bill.
Who's that?
It's supposed to be Bill. That was the guy that was owned by Carl from the Detroit.
Oh, fucking Detroit. I live on the west side of your state, buddy. As a Bears fan, I live in Southwest Michigan, Kalamazoo, represent. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
It's not Chicago podcast.
He called the plays because it's very clear. Like, if you look at the delineation between what happens when he calls plays versus what Nagy calls plays, it's very clear that Bill Lazor called the plays because they call a different game. I mean, focus up. All right, so let's talk about the players. Let's talk about Fields. You asked about Fields. Sit Fields. Always, probably always sit Fields. Whether Nagy or Lazor is calling the plays. This week specifically, sit Fields. Like, here's some things we know about Justin Fields, right? He likes to throw the ball down the field. Very accurate deep ball in college. He's only thrown a few deep balls, but he's still relatively accurate on the deep ball in the NFL. I think he's 2 of 3, which makes him like the 3rd best quarterback on deep ball completion percentage or whatever. But even with that Cleveland game where we had 1.2 seconds per play to throw the ball, 7th best in yards per pass attempt. The guy likes to throw the ball down the field. That's his preference. That's why the Bears drafted him. They wanted to pair him with Darnell Mooney for those down the field plays. Unfortunately, Las Vegas is 7th best in yards per pass attempt. They just don't give a ton of time, even though they pressure that much. They do knock quarterbacks down quite a lot, and their down the field coverage is pretty good. They like to play safeties back. So I don't know that he's going to have a ton of opportunity to throw the ball downfield. Other thing we know about Justin Fields right now is that he's pressured a lot. Only Teddy Bridgewater has a higher pressure percentage on the season. Now, Vegas doesn't blitz. Vegas is not particularly great at pressuring. 15th in the league, nearly identical to Detroit in that category last week. You know, Detroit, I think they had a sack, a couple of hurries, but nothing terrible. Justin Fields throws interceptions. We know that about him in the NFL.
For sure. And he doesn't throw the ball a lot.
No, not at all. So he's like 4th highest in interception percentage on the season. On the other hand, like Las Vegas only has 1 pick, right? So there's only 2 teams with a lower interception percentage than Las Vegas. So like the weaknesses line up with the weaknesses, the strengths kind of line up with the strengths. It's really weird. We know that Justin Fields can run the ball, but for whatever reason, neither play caller wants to run the ball with him. 3 carries in each of the last 2 games, 21 total yards running. Then again, Las Vegas has given up some rushing yards to the quarterback, Lamar, obviously, but also Justin Herbert were really successful. So maybe there's something in there. Either way, you don't play Justin Fields here. I think it's going to be Bill Lazor calling the plays, which means they're going to run the shit out of the ball. Speaking of running backs, do you guys want to chime in, or should I just keep?
No, I like. I mean, I agree about the Fields call because I mean, we know he's a rookie, bro. So we know he's going to struggle as a passer, but the fantasy like galore was like our lore was like we thought he was gonna be running more, bro. So if he's not gonna be running more and he's struggling as a passer, it really makes no sense to start him. So I definitely agree with you on that.
All right, let's talk running backs. Damian Williams obviously here, right? David Montgomery's out for 4 to 5 weeks. Damian Williams is a great backup to have to be able to slide right in here. First of all, let's talk about Vegas's defense. 2nd most touchdowns given up to running backs on the season. That is through the air and on the ground combined. They're giving up 4.9 yards per carry on the season. It's fucking ridiculous. And now Damian Williams specifically, like the Adam Gase rule is in effect for Damian Williams. Played under Adam Gase in Miami. When he left, and since he left, 181 carries, 827 yards. That's 4.6 yards per carry. 10 touchdowns on the ground. Another 4 touchdowns through the air with 400 yards. Not huge volume numbers, but really efficient numbers. 5.8% touchdown rate, which is great. The average in the NFL over that same period of time is 3.4. In fact, remember Aaron Jones in 2019 when he scored every time he touched the ball? I got blurry. Whoa. That was only 6.6. I think Damian Williams is going to have a fucking huge game. I think the Bears are going to run the ball 38 times as a team, and he'll probably get 26 of those fucking carries because Khalil Herbert is just not ready to play running back in the NFL. Mostly because he can't pass block for shit. But roll Damian Williams out there. If you picked up Damian Williams, you probably paid a lot for him. Unfortunately, many of the weeks where David Montgomery is out are not great weeks to play a Bears running back, but this one, light him up, man. Light him up and trade him. I traded him and Cordero Patterson yesterday, and I got in return who the fuck did I get in return? No, I can't remember. I got Chase Edmonds, who's a little injured, and T. Higgins. I think that was a great move.
And redraft?
No.
Dynasty? Great draft. No. Great trade in Dynasty. Definitely.
Yeah, suck my dick.
Was that in Family Matters? Family Matters?
No. I was too busy beating the fuck out of Gabe in Family Matters to make a trade.
Because you got those same 2 players in Family Matters, I want to say. Right?
You know, it just keeps happening, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I remember when you had Damian Williams when he was with the Chiefs still.
Yeah, we drafted him. We drafted him before he bailed on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Let's talk wide receivers.
He should have been the Kansas City Super Bowl MVP that year too.
Oh, absolutely. He was a fucking stud, which is why we drafted him. Didn't work out, but it's coming to fruition. I'm going to trade him to you, Gabe, after you lose again badly. Start putting offers together, baby. Wide receivers. Vegas only has given up one wide receiver touchdown on the season. Last week, when Vegas lost for the first time to the Los Angeles Chargers, that's Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. All the wide receivers on the team combined for 9 receptions, 56 yards. 2
and
touchdowns.
They lost the cornerback. They lost the cornerback last week. That was
I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. They're not a team that gives up a lot to the pass. Part of the reason is because they give up a lot to the run.
And the pass rush.
So my choices here, right? Allen Robinson, you have to sit him because he's just trashed 13 receptions so far on the season, 149 and a touchdown.
That's unfortunate.
I don't even think he's a trade low target. Like, I think you just let that motherfucker go.
I couldn't just drop him because if he do go,
no, he's saying you don't even try to trade for him like as a low.
Yeah.
He's like you just let him ride on somebody else.
In Dynasty, I'm trading low for him because when he goes to a new team next year and he gets a little revitalized, we've seen that it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. If he wants to be somewhere, the man can catch anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Darnell Mooney, I think you start Darnell Mooney because of that potential deep shot. We said that with Justin Fields to throw it.
I think he's the wide receiver 1.
7 targets last week. The next best, I think, was 3, right? That was Allen Robinson. Cole Kmet had 3.
He only threw the ball 17 times. What, 17, 18 times? Something gross like that?
He's not going to throw it a lot this time either. He's got 2.5 more yards of ADOT than anybody else on the team, so he's the guy that kind of goes deep. And if you're going to get any points from a wide receiver on this team this week, it's going to be from deep. Probably for the next few weeks, if I'm honest. Like, they will slowly kind of give him more pass attempts, but it's going to be a while. Tight ends. 2 scores last week against Vegas to the tight end. That was Parham and Jared Cook scored a tight end touchdown. Is it going to happen this week? I don't know. We were concerned. The concern about Cole Kmet last year was that, or going into this season rather, is that he was going to lose some red zone work to Jimmy Graham. He is losing red zone work. It's just not to Jimmy Graham, right? Like everybody else on the team, fucking Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Allen Robinson are getting all the red zone targets. This guy's got, I think he has 1 inside the 20 and 0 inside the 10, which is really disappointing because a tight end like this who doesn't get a ton of volume, you kind of hope for those touchdowns, but they're not even looking at him down there. So, you might be able to stream this guy. He did lead in non-wide receiver targets last season. Last week he leads, I think, the team in non-wide receiver targets, catches, even yards. So maybe you stream him if you really want to, if you're really desperate, if you're really hoping, but you're probably not going to get a touchdown out of him.
I was just about to say, like everything you said, but commit. I'm just, especially in redraft, I just can't.
Yeah.
Bro,
he's still a nice stash though in Dynasty.
In Dynasty for sure. But you can't start him right now. That's ugly for that hold off.
Face, you think he's a stash in Dynasty? Really? You think he's coming on?
I think so, man. Like you said, Jimmy Graham kind of put a damper on his upside, man. But historically, it takes about 3 years for tight ends to really break out anyway, unless you're just like a freak of nature, like the Evan Ingrams, or if they get a lot of volume, they can break out earlier. But I think if you just play the game of Dynasty and just keep him as a stash, I think he'll be okay.
Yeah,
he's showing flashes too.
He's showing flashes
from
the Bills.
So he's showing what you needed to see from a tight end.
Knox from the Bills, he coming through his third.
There's so many pieces that you can go pick up right now anywhere. Go pick up CJ Uzomah. You're not going to get what he did last week, but.
Do you believe it's CJ Uzomah going forward?
I'm gonna make you a shirt, Gabe, that say "Shout out me." That's my favorite line, boy. Shout out me.
Say that a lot, doesn't he?
Javar also said he gonna make shit a lot, and here we are.
Well, now that he can't get up on now he can't walk around, maybe he'll start.
You would think he would sit down and make the shit since he can't walk. It was so crazy. For somebody that can't walk, but he get on that scooter so fast.
Walk around here.
How old are you, Javar?
I'm 32.
fuck's sake, you guys are babies. Jesus Christ. Fucking babies.
You didn't even take no drink with me or nothing?
Like
is it too late?
Like when my boy
finish it.
When my boy came on, he was talking about the Fulton County Stadium where the Falcons played. I was like, bro, I don't even. Yeah, I wasn't watching them at that time. I was watching them when they was in Fulton County, bro.
But I was just like, hell yeah.
Boy,
I made me laugh while I was drinking.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything you just said. I just chugged a full beer out of a bottle.
Exactly. That made me laugh and made me mess up my chug.
Tell you what, 40 years of life, you learn something. You learn how to drink.
Hey.
Let's talk about the Raiders.
That's what I was about to say. Let's talk about the other side of the ball.
Okay, no mystery with the Raiders, right? You play fucking Waller. You play Renfro right now, right?
And a flex for sure. And he's a good flex play. Yep.
Let's go white boys. Is that?
Yeah.
He balling out. Him and Cole Beasley. They balling. Him and Cole Beasley.
Hey, that hit he did on dude too, bro. On that that
was a big one.
I was like, God damn, bro. What the fuck?
All right, they said, yeah. Oh, you talking about the little V? I don't even know what route to call it. They say Cup run the same thing too. Cup got it from them.
No. I'm talking about that hit.
You talking about the punt return?
Oh yeah, that was crazy. That was wild.
Yeah, that was fire.
He done made some decent plays, but that's like
just the awareness that he had. Just the awareness that he had to like.
He broke on the route like
go
a
into
corner.
Defense mode, bro. Like it was crazy, bro.
They raised him different in Clemson, man.
But the guy who caught the ball, he just caught the ball so smooth, just like I'm about to be.
He wasn't expecting to get lit up like that.
You could tell he was not ready. He was not ready, bro.
I mean, when you look like a fucking pudgy little midget, like you got to learn how to read this shit early and be where you need to be. That's how he's survived.
Yes, he should not be on your waiver wires. Hunter Renfro, it should not be on your waiver wires. It depends on how many. Well, if you play like a 10-man league, maybe, but like a regular, like 12-man leagues, he should no way.
He's second on the team in targets. So if he ain't going to Waller, he going to Renfro. He's
especially PPR league,
especially with the buys coming up too.
I want to tell everybody that's watching, right? There's nobody watching left. It's 2 hours and 20 minutes in. But I will tell everybody that might be watching. Hunter Renfro is going to be dropped in leagues after this week. He's going to have a bad week. He's gonna have a bad week. And the reason is this. The reason is simple. Bill Lazor's going to call the plays, and he is going to wear the fucking clock out. If it's not a 2-1 time of possession advantage to the Bears, first of all, they don't have a chance of winning the game. Second, I'll be really surprised. Or Matt Nagy called the plays. I think they're going to have the ball all fucking day intentionally, in part because Derek Carr is throwing the fucking ball, man, and he's chucking it downfield. Like, this is a big play team right now. It's dump off to Renfro, hand off, and then I'm chucking it downfield to Ruggs. I'm chucking it downfield to Bryan Edwards for some big plays. And the Bears don't want to see that, so they're going to run the ball all over the place. They're going to own the clock. And a guy like Renfro, who is a volume dude, like he's just not a big play guy. He's a volume dude. He's not going to have the opportunity to get fucking 13 targets in this game because I don't think they're going to run that many offensive plays. So he'll be dropped, and watch that because you should scoop him up immediately after this week because he is who he is at this point. And I think he's the wide receiver one on the team.
Yep.
Let me tell you about Derek Carr. He's going to finish exactly at quarterback 16 this week. Okay, 16 this week. He's going to have exactly 18 points in your standard 4-touchdown scoring league. He's going to go 25 of 37, 297 yards, a lot less than he's done thus far. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. We're done talking about Derek Carr. Let's talk running backs instead.
Yeah, that's the one we're here.
So the Bears are better against the run than they are at the pass. I think that's been made pretty clear. A lot of deep balls against the Bears. That people just get behind the Bears defense, which is stupid. But I think Akeem Hicks is going to miss this game. I think he's listed as doubtful right now, and that's as we saw last year when Hicks left.
Last year, exactly.
That's trouble, man, for the run game because he is a fucking monster in the middle. So while Josh Jacobs has struggled to get going this year, he's kind of injured, kind of hobbled, and even when he's playing, he's just not getting a ton of volume. I think this could be the game where he kind of gets right a little bit. I don't know that he's going to go. He's not going to go, 180 yards and 2 touchdowns, but 80 and a touch is absolutely in the realm of likely, I think, for this guy. So RB2, absolutely this week. You can roll him out and feel pretty confident. He's not going to win you your game, but he's certainly not going to lose it. I think they should absolutely ride this kid. If Gruden was a better coach, I could tell you for sure that they were going to ride this kid, but he's fucking garbage. So, I mean, who knows what'll actually happen? But I like Josh Jacobs this week.
Carr or Tannehill with Julio being announced out. Which one do you like more?
Who does Tennessee got?
Tennessee.
I believe they are playing Jacksonville.
Yep.
Yeah, play fucking Tannehill, dude. This is not rocket science.
AJ Brown is still there, I think.
Play against a shitty team. Easy.
Another thing to add on Jacobs too, man, is like he has a history of like performing very well when they're controlling the game. So if that does happen with them being last time I wrote it was 5.5 point home favorites, and I also home favorite running backs usually get more work historically too. So if that game script plays out like they're projecting it to be, then I think he's gonna have a good game, bro. Because in games where they win, yeah, that's true. But in games where they're winning, bro, he has better games than when they lose. He's like a game script back.
Not this season, right? They won the first 3 games. He played all of the first 2, and he got 13 fucking carries in each of them for whatever reason.
But he scored 2 touchdowns that first week, bro. Like when they're when they're winning and they're on the goal line, he's gonna get those touches, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he'll be fine this week. Like I think you should temper a little bit your expectations, but I think he'll be fine. As far as the receivers go, Bears do give it up deep. Like I said, sit Renfrow. Renfro's not going to get it done. He's a volume guy. You can roll the dice in your flex spot on one of these 2 big play receivers, though, whether it's Ruggs or Bryan Edwards. By the way, pop quiz for you guys. Bryan Edwards and Henry Ruggs are numbers 2 and 3 in yards per reception in the league right now. Who's beating them?
Yeah, Marquise Hollywood Brown.
Not even a little bit.
Darnell Mooney.
No, sir.
Damn.
You guys speak the good. This is your show. No.
Tariq.
I should have given you the question ahead of time.
Stefan Diggs. No.
What was the question? One more time for the people.
You guys have said this guy's name on the show.
Okay, but we also inebriated. So say the question one more time.
Okay, Henry Ruggs and Bryan Edwards are numbers 2 and 3 in yards per reception for wide receivers this season. Who's number 1?
Yards per reception.
Deshaun Jackson.
No, but there's some connection to Deshaun Jackson.
Cooper Kupp.
This is good TV.
Oh no, Van Jefferson.
Reception?
Van Jefferson. No.
Because I cheated, bro, and Deshaun Jackson is number 1 on PFF. Is it maybe that's because he played already? He played yesterday.
According to Pro Football Reference, the answer is Quez Watkins.
Quez Watkins, okay.
He had like that 90-yard reception. Yeah, he had like a 50-yard reception. Like,
he's like getting enough targets though.
The point is,
somebody got a steal. Just gave away Patterson for Hopkins. Trade goes through next week. Bro, go pat yourself on the back.
Good job, bro. Good job.
Let's hope that league doesn't like vote to.
I hope it goes. People still have those leagues. We used to have those leagues.
Yeah, no, I wish somebody would veto my shit. Hey, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah, appreciate you.
And some mentality. Well done, sir. You're welcome. I think I gave you that advice. Like and subscribe. I'm sure I'll be back on the show. I'll let you know when I'm coming back so you can tune back in again for the second time. Anyway, roll the dice if you want to in your flex spot on either Ruggs or Bryan Edwards. One of these 2 guys is going to catch a deep ball. They're going to get behind the defense. Obviously my choice is going to be Ruggs just because he's got more targets on the season.
Yep, I agree too.
He's done it a little more often. But Bryan Edwards, man, like he is like if you drafted him in a best ball league, like you're looking okay right now. Like it's every other game he's got a big play. So
it comes in the fourth quarter or the overtime though.
Doesn't matter. Exactly. Gabe, it all counts, okay?
It does.
Yes, I
would agree though. I like Ruggs better. He's averaging more targets a game, second on the team in routes, tied for 6 in deep routes or deep targets as well, which is 20 plus targets down the field. So it's seeming like it's clicking for him this second year, bro. Like he's taking that second year leap. So I would choose him in. But like you said, Bryan Edwards does have that big play potential as well. You just don't watch the game if you start Bryan Edwards because he's not going to be involved at all in the beginning. So
facts.
Don't check your score if you start a guy like if you start a guy like that, you know that you just shouldn't be checking the fucking score.
Right.
It's just to give you a heartburn
until the clock hits zero.
Right. That's right. I mean, we could talk about Waller. I do think you should probably temper your expectations a little bit with Darren Waller today. Obviously, you drafted this guy early. You want him to be a guy that wins you weeks. I don't think it's going to happen this week necessarily. The Bears have played some pretty good tight ends. Only Higbee cracked the top 10. He ended at tight end 9. Like Hooper's at 15. Hawkinson last week at 20. Did get hurt though. They've been okay against the tight end. Although Darren Waller's got the 9th most targets of anybody in the league right now. Yes. He had more in week 1 than the next 3 weeks combined, but he's got 7 targets per week after that, 5 targets per week after that with an occasional touchdown. So, like, you might get that again. It might be 5 out of 7, and you get a touchdown out of him, and that's not great, but I'll tell you what, it's better than your fucking opponent's tight end, so quit bitching.
That is true. That is true.
Got to start him always.
Love it.
Yeah, I pretty much agree on everything you had in that matchup.
That's my cap drop right there for you. That's everything. I take a lot of notes when I do a fucking research for a show. I have been out of the fantasy football game. I haven't done any fantasy football stuff in 4 months. I've kind of taken a break to go make a shitload of money in a business that I started with a buddy. But I can get.
Didn't call many of us.
Still know how to do it.
Hell yeah.
I like shitloads of money.
Well, I appreciate you coming prepared, my guy. Always
for
do,
sure.
Bro. Always does, man.
Hey, you can come back on anytime, man. Whenever you're ready.
Coming with the facts, bro.
Anytime you guys need
for real,
just call me.
But for real though, bro, thanks for all the support, bro. You've been here since day 1, bro.
Thanks.
And we really do appreciate that shit. All jokes aside, bro. And yeah, bro, it's good talking to you again, man. Good talking fantasy with you, bro. Can't wait to do it again.
Dude, 100 is a big fucking deal. When I hit 100 with my my podcast, I took a note from your guys' book. Actually, I was inspired by you guys for my 100th episode. Everybody that was on my show at the time, there were 4 of us. None of us like to smoke that weed, but we all ate a bunch of gummies.
Yes, that shit was hilarious. I remember that
shit.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
I got the idea. I was inspired by you guys. But look, 100's a big fucking deal, and you guys are still growing. So keep at it. Like, do what you're doing, and
peace, bro.
Shit will happen.
I know you was last in the session takeover a week before, but where you at now?
Number 91, baby.
Let's go. Let's go.
Moving on,
hey,
baby.
If you smoke 100 cigarettes today and 99 tomorrow, you improving. Let's go, brother. Let's
go. Just be better than yesterday.
More importantly, I beat the shit out of Gabe last week in the family.
Did I give you your first win though?
No, I'm 2-2.
2-2.
Calm down.
Like without 40 points from Cordell Patterson, you was over there looking sad at your team. I think you were like starting him because like that's sad. Like before the 40 points, you're starting him.
Is it sad or is it fucking? Is it smart? Is it foresight?
I don't know. You just told the millions and the millions of people to not start him. So
Cordell Patterson.
Didn't we just say that?
No, I said trade his ass.
Oh, okay. I knew it was something negative toward the.
All right, guys.
I'm sick. But anyway, man, tell your wife thank you for letting you come out. Man. We appreciate you.
Right.
Any other time?
You trying to pass a message to my wife after what I told you about what happened with my fucking guys on the podcast? Like, we don't talk about it. There's a rule around here. You don't even You don't even put her name in your mouth, okay?
He got his eye on you.
But I really hope that is not the true story, and I hope you're just playing.
You call me a fucking liar, Gabe.
I'm not. I'm just hoping. I said I hope. That's what I was hoping. I'm hoping that's not the true story. That's why.
All we're doing in this life is making babies and killing time. So anytime you can have a good story to tell, you're doing it right. Let's go.
All right, man. Appreciate you. This has been the longest episode, probably the longest episode of all time.
What you been doing? Just making babies and killing time.
You gonna slap your ass. Somebody
push the button and
All right, man.
Hey, there's Louise, our boy.
Louise, bro. Louise
he's wild,
bro. He needs to be on TV, bro.
Yeah, for sure, bro. He is comedy. He is great.
Hey, every time we had him on the show, he's been coming. The first time we seen him on the show, he took how many shots back to back, like 6 of them. Ended
that was crazy. That was crazy.
Wild. Bro, I had to check on the next day, like, bro, you all right? Yeah.
Well, the episode was long as the fuck. We didn't. I mean, we
still got some stuff to go. We still got like 2 games.
But we could just like let them.
We do. But we could write. That gonna be on a write up.
Yeah, you make them a day. Yeah, for sure. They can watch that on straight. They can read that, bro. My bad. Listen, I feel like they understand. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if they don't know about it now, you know what I'm saying? Hey, just put the website on there so they can see what. Oh, there you go, right there to the left. Or to whatever you're looking at, the ffnsession.com, you know what I'm saying? We're going to put up all the notes that from this game, you know what I'm saying? Just in case you missed any other games that we didn't mention on this episode, they on the previous episode. This was the 100th episode, man. Congratulations to us, fellas.
Sir. Congrats,
appreciate
fellas.
y'all, boys. Yeah, man. If you didn't hear, you know what I'm saying, the fantasy shit that y'all wanted to hear, make sure you go to ffnsession.com and read all the stats that we got for you guys and gals. Gunshots to everybody that support us. Appreciate you, Tonio. Shout out to Tony. Not appreciate you, Tonio, because he don't really be doing it.
Get better,
bro.
Yeah.
You get a pass. I appreciate you, Tony. You get a pass.
But he ain't been sick this whole time. But I'm just.
He would have been here. He would have been here though.
Yeah, for sure. Honorary Tonio. Gunshots.
Peace.
Outro.
Yeah. Oh, damn, we do got an outro.
Oh man, he's about to forget. Bro. I can't finish.